It's about the lifestyle for his family. And I'll tell you what, his kids are going to be going to school here in the Southern California area. He has 2 homes out here. I just don't see any other place other than Los Angeles.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. I think the Spurs and the 76ers are the front runners to get them. I think Boston has an outside chance to get LeBron James.
This is what I had thought about all weekend. I'm like, how the heck could he end up in Los Angeles? But I used my deductivity. I'm like Sherlock Holmes, the deduction here. I think Chris Paul, who wanted to be a Laker originally, do you remember that the NBA turned down that trade that would have made them a super team?
Yes.
I think Chris Paul is going to sign with Los Angeles. I don't think he goes back to Houston. And I think this has all been planned. I think you have Chris Paul, who will sign a 3-year deal, not a 5-year deal. You're going to have LeBron James, and you're going to have Paul George. That is a pretty good team, and you can dispense with whomever you want from the Lakers. You're going to get rid of Randall. You get rid of Lonzo Ball. I'm okay with that. It'd be nice to keep Ingram. It would be nice to keep Kuzma. But I'll tell you what, I think Chris Paul will be a Laker with LeBron James.
Just off the top of my head, do you think the Cavaliers could be creative and find a way to afford Chris Paul?
No.
And team him up with LeBron in Cleveland?
No.
No way?
No, because there are 4 contracts that the Cavaliers have that are landlocked. Nobody's going to take on these ridiculous contracts. I mean, just looking down, and I can tell you right now, Jordan Clarkson, he settled in for 3 years at $11 million. George Hill is in for 2 years at $20 million a season. Kevin Love is $23 million, and then you have Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson has 3 more years, making 16 up to 20 for the next 3 years. Those are 4 contracts that you can't get rid of. Who wants those guys?
I thought maybe there was a chance that they could make the numbers work and get Chris Paul to Cleveland, but
I
don't know.
Here's
shot.
one option if you were to do that. They have the number 8 pick in the draft. You also have Kevin Love. Kevin Love is still a pretty good ball player, but he's also got he's $22 million this year, 24 next year. $24 million, and that number 8 pick might, convince Houston, but I don't think Houston wants to sign and trade with Chris Paul. Chris Paul wants a 5-year deal, 5-year max deal.
He wants the max.
He's going to be a 38-year-old player if he signs that max deal with Houston. If you're Houston, would you sign him to a 5-year max deal?
I don't think I would. I think for Houston, you would still want him around, but I wouldn't sign him to that big of a deal.
No, but if he comes to L.A., he could sign a 3-year deal, make quite a bit of money on the back end. If he's healthy, he can continue the run with the Lakers. They would just have to re-sign him. I still think Chris Paul still likes Los Angeles. I don't think he liked playing for the Clippers, and I'm not too sure he liked playing that run-and-gun style because it broke down at the end of the season.
Well, we're going to spend the next 3 hours quite a bit on the NBA Finals and really the fallout. There's a lot to unpack. Okay, so the Golden State Warriors are your NBA champions. That happened last Friday. We're going to have Qui West from 99.1 KGGI here in studio. He's the biggest Warriors fan we know. So we'll talk about the Warriors. Where do they go from here? Are they still the team to beat? And I think they are. Where does LeBron go? There's so much to unpack. We'll get to that in a little bit throughout the show because, again, we got 3 hours on a lot of NBA to get to. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You can spoil yourself and your car every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. Go check them out. Keep your car going strong all around the Inland Empire. That's Spoiled. Quick quality oil change off of Alessandro Boulevard. All right, Jeff, other NBA news, and this is kind of cool. For the second straight year, Cal Baptist University has one of their basketball players get a workout with the L.A. Lakers, and that's Callie Dioff, the big man. Last year it was Michael Smith, the all-time leading scorer. This time the big man, Callie Dioff, goes in for a workout with the Lakers. Now, he's probably not going to be drafted, but Callie Dioff and his size, I would not be surprised to see him end up on a summer league team somewhere and maybe sneak into a G League spot. I mean, he was pretty good, and he's good size.
Well, here's what is good for Dioff, and here's what's good for anybody that gets a workout with the Los Angeles Lakers. I benefited from the same thing because, I played in the summer league for the Lakers. I went to training camp. This got me a gig to play overseas. This is what's going to get Dioff and whomever works out for the Lakers, these big name programs. They obviously have an agent. those guys are going to play overseas and make a lot of money. I don't think it's the NBA these guys are looking for, but these overseas guys are in touch with all of these NBA teams, and they relay all the workouts with these guys. He's going to make a ton of money playing overseas.
And Michael Smith, former CBU
playing
player
overseas
from last year, got to work out with the Lakers. He's in, I don't know, Germany or Austria, one of those countries over there in Europe, and he's probably making some pretty good money playing professional basketball.
Tax-free, great money. You have free house, free car. There's nothing more you can ask for except for play basketball and then come home with a boatload of money that you've earned and you haven't, and no out-of-pocket money while you're there. It's a fantastic opportunity.
Oh, so congrats to Callie Dioff. Just getting a workout with the Lakers, and hopefully this will open up additional doors here for the CBU Lancer. Now we shift to baseball, and still the baseball world still coming to grasp with the fact that Shohei Ohtani has an elbow injury. It's his UCL, and he's got a what they call a grade 2 sprain. So that means that it's not torn, so they don't have to go in there and repair it quite yet, but he still potentially could see Tommy John surgery. But as of right now, the Angels are still holding out hope that through rehab, he will not need surgery. In fact, and I even read this, the Angels have had a track record of guys going through a similar elbow injury with the UCL ligament that they did not have to have this. So they are still holding out hope. Despite a whack report from ESPN saying, oh, no, the Angels are going to do it. And the Angels came out today and said, I don't know where you got that. This is from the horse's mouth. No, we're going to reevaluate in 3 weeks. And then we're still confident that we can get through this and that we will see Shohei Ohtani back on the mound later this season. Yeah,
a preemptive ad or whatever, a report from ESPN said that he was going under the knife. The GM, Billy Epler, immediately jumped on Twitter. Our guy Trent Rush reiterated and says he had said there have been no changes in Ohtani's diagnosis, and neither our physicians nor medical staff have recommended Tommy John surgery or said it's likely. So an erroneous report, once again, that we've seen the last few months from ESPN. So Shohei Ohtani, I hope everything's good. He's going to have that plasma-rich injections. Hopefully that will help the growth of the healing process, and he won't have to face Tommy John surgery, because if he does, I do think it'll be the end we've seen of him as a hitter, and he's a great hitter.
You think they won't let him go both ways anymore?
I don't. I think if you go under the Tommy John surgery, I think that he's such a good pitcher. His slider is the best in baseball by far. They said that nobody's had a slider with this impact in such a young man's career. I think they got to stick with him as a pitcher.
And what's frustrating is they've played it safe.
Oh, they've done a great job.
The Halos this whole time, as we're in this new era of letting a guy pitch and hit, as a designated hitter, so he's not out in the field, so that's a good thing. It's less of a toll on his body. But they've played it safe this whole way. They could have pushed it and said, hey, he's 23 years old. He's in great shape. Let's see how much we can use him. But no, they've played it safe this whole time. So I think from the Angels' standpoint, that's what's frustrating, because I feel like they've done it right. It's not like, oh, man, they shouldn't have done it this way. Now look what happened. They've done it right.
Oh, and I think it's been the blueprint of future success, of how to deal with these kind of athletes. Remember, he had the same thing last year in Japan, and he was playing in the field every day he wasn't pitching. He was hitting and pitching every single day. The Angels slowed it down. They've treated him as a pitcher first, and I think Sosha and his staff have done an admirable job. And I think it's just a bad luck for Ohtani.
And again, when ESPN comes out with a report, I more times than not say that's probably not true.
It sure has changed quite a bit.
And our guy Trent Rush, I mean, he's with the Angels every single day. See me and Greg Holla? That's like Trent Rush and Mike Trout. Every single night. If Trent Rush doesn't know what's going on, like the ESPN's in Bristol, Connecticut. I don't know where the reporters are at. Trent Rush is right there. Me and Greg Holla. He's the Mike Trout. I'll be the Trent Rush. Greg Holla is the Mike Trout. We're like a foot apart right now.
You are.
Less than that.
Yeah, and Trent will be on air with us tomorrow to clarify this Angel position, and we can set the record straight. But yes, they are staying status quo. Nothing has changed since last week. Erroneous reports, don't believe them.
We're going to bury you, four-letter.
Four-letter evil empire. Stop throwing out erroneous information.
Dodgers Man, they're over the 500 mark. They're 33-32 on this season. Big win against the Braves. Your boy Max Muncy's had a home run in 3 straight games. He has 12 now on the season. You can't take him out of the lineup, I don't think. I mean, is he on the tear that Bellinger went on last year? No, but right now he's one of your better power hitters. You got to find him a place out there. He can play, third base, and he can play first base. Got to find him a spot, but that means Bellinger or Justin Turner. I mean, what do you do? Maybe you put him at first, and if you want to keep Bellinger out there, you put Bellinger out there in center field.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost what you have to do if Bellinger can continue to elevate his game after that rocky beginning. But the Dodgers 7-3 their last 10, and moving only 2.5 out. If we were talking about this a month and a half ago, we would have laughed and said it wouldn't have happened. But we said if they get into June and they're still within a striking range, they'll be okay. I think the Dodgers are looking pretty good in that weak West division.
I'll say this again. I said this on Friday. I think right now the Angels are the better team, but I'm sorry, Greg
better
Holla.
Team.
He's got his Dodger blue on.
Better pitchers, though. I have to give it to the blue.
Well, the Dodgers, I feel like, have a better chance of making the playoffs. The Halos have the better team, but the Dodgers have a better road to make it to the playoffs.
Agreed.
The way it stands right now, but a lot can certainly change as we're getting closer to the midway mark, but still not there here in the Major League Baseball season. So we got the Halos in Seattle tonight. The Mariners are in first place in the American League West. Stop what you're doing. The M's are back. In fact, if you look at the American League right now, Boston and New York have the best records. But right under that, we've got Seattle, we've got Houston and the Angels. And they're all in the American League West. Those 3 teams that I just mentioned are in the American League West. It's going to make it a battle all the way down to the wire. In fact, just even for a wild card spot, this is going to be a battle that's going to brew down all the way to the end of September. It's going to be a lot of fun. I feel bad for the Halos. This is a really good team, and Mike Trout's having a fantastic season. Hopefully, Seattle will cool off a little bit. I don't think they can continue this all season long. Houston will be. Houston's not going anywhere, but I'm hoping Seattle's going to cool off a little bit, and that's who they got tonight up there in Seattle.
Well, they have a shot. Like I said, 2.5 out. Seattle, they got 3 at Seattle. They got 3 at Oakland, and then they play a relatively tough Arizona team who started off on a tear, and then they got Toronto and then Kansas City. So the Angels have a shot to gain some ground in that tough American League West.
So Halos on the road at first place Seattle. Dodgers have the night off. Then it's Texas on Tuesday. And our guy Stephen Wright, the pride of Valley View High School, Moreno Valley, getting the start for the Red Sox tonight. He'll be on the bump. In fact, he's 2-0 with his ERA just a squeak over 1.5. So he's off to a solid start. He had some off-the-field issues, but it looks like he's back. His head's clear, and he's on the mound doing great for the Red Sox. We'll keep you posted on Stephen Wright throughout the show. A couple other quick baseball notes and golf and soccer. Los Temblores. Greg Holla knows all about this. Los Temblores de Rancho Cucamonga. Big win against the 66ers yesterday, 4-1. So Rancho Cucamonga able to avoid the sweep. And the Quakes now on the road at Lake Elsinore tonight. What does that mean to you, Jeff? What does that mean to you, Greg Holla? It means the Inland Sports Show is going to get over 20 minutes early.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That is not, they need to postpone their game. Don't interrupt us, man, because I like our full 3 hours.
Tell Mike Linskog, listen, here's the deal. You can't throw out that first pitch down there at Lake Elsinore until we're finished. We got a lot to say.
You're darn right.
We've got so much to get to.
A big weekend in sports, and they are interrupting us.
We got so much more to say. And finally, a couple other quick notes as we go through our Inland Sports headlines to open up this show. We got the U.S. Open this week. That's golf, Jeff.
Yes.
The U.S. Open this week, and your guy Ricky Fowler got engaged to Allison Stokey. You've talked about her all the time. Now it's over. They're engaged. He and she are off the market.
You know, the biggest problem I have is for one, that she didn't want to be a sister wife, with me. And two, she's marrying a flat hat. I like Ricky Fowler, but he's a flat hat.
Big time.
I have a really hard time with flat hats, but good for him because she is smoking hot, and I'm going to give him a golf clap.
Oh, what was he? What is she? High jumper, pole vaulter?
Pole vaulter. Oh, she can vault that pole like none other. She is a stud. I love her. I follow her. She's on the gram. She's on my Twitter. She's my Facebook friend. Oh, we are just
friends. She is not your Facebook friend.
Everyone's my Facebook friend. I have so many friends.
So many.
Thousands and thousands.
So many.
She's hot.
And the World Cup starts later this week.
What?
The very first game on Thursday to kick everything off, and I know everyone's going to get up early so they can see this one. It's a classic. Throw all the numbers out the window.
Wait. The United States, they're playing Thursday?
No.
What?
They're not even in it.
What are you talking about?
Sadness.
Good Lord.
It's a tradition unlike any other when Russia and Saudi Arabia get together.
What?
Mother Russia and Saudi Arabia.
Oh, dear God. The Americans aren't even playing?
No, they're not even playing. So we're going to kick things off Thursday. Russia against Saudi Arabia. Then it really picks up over the weekend. So if you're a World Cup soccer guy or gal, it's going to get really juicy. I'm into it. Listen, I want to see the United States in it. I used to get up early. When they scored a goal, I was jumping up and down and screaming and pumping my fists. I mean, I was into it. But they're not there. So I
don't care.
I just want to see some good football.
There any cute girls playing in it?
Guys.
Oh, that's even worse. It's just guys. I want to see the girls play soccer.
They have a Women's World Cup, but it's not this one.
Oh, darn it.
This one's in Russia, and they're going to kick things off on Thursday with Russia against Saudi Arabia. It's all brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. They just had the big sidewalk sale. Hopefully you're able to get on down there, get your cool new Nikes or Adidas or Under Armour.
I did.
Which ones do you get?
No, I just bought wristbands. I bought a life supply of wristbands. I bought every wristband Ken's had, so if you decide to go to Ken's, no more wristbands.
And a big box of socks.
I have a huge box of socks that I picked up as well.
You're strong in the sock game.
I am giving away socks, so if you see me on the streets and you see me with my Jeep, all you got to do is say, hey, where's my socks?
Where's my Inland Sports socks?
I have Inland Sports socks to give away.
We love you, Ken Sporting Goods. KenSportingGoods.com right there off the 15 freeway in Norco. Team sales as well. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show again. We're going to spend a lot of time on the NBA Finals. Not so much how it all panned out, but the fallout now. Where do we go from here? Is Golden State the favorite next year? Where will LeBron James end up? So much to get to. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Give me a tab.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a Centennial High School. I was actually on the team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Man, it feels good to be here on a Monday. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're here every single day of your life, live and amplified. 3 to 6 p.m. talking Inland Empire sports and the big national headlines like NFL and, of course, the NBA Finals. LeBron James, where he's going to go, Golden State, Dynasty, all the good stuff. And it's brought to you by Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports. Everybody's going to Boost. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Twitter. See all the cool things they're doing out there, including strength and speed classes. So be the star on your team. Get a nice Letterman's jacket with lots of CIF patches because you went to Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. All right, Jeff, here's the deal. This is a loaded question, and we don't have to get to the answer in this segment or even ever.
Okay.
Pull out the 6-shooters here. We're gonna try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's do it.
My first question for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump in here too. Who can beat Golden State? Give me a team out there right now, because we can't. Don't give me hypotheticals. Well, if LeBron James goes here, or if this team makes this trade. No, right now, who can beat Golden State?
There is only one team that if you said they could possibly beat, and I don't know, I'm going to specify possibly, because right now there isn't a team assembled outside of the Super Friends of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. There's nobody out there except for maybe the Boston Celtics, when they are healthy, has a shot to beat the Warriors.
See, the correct answer is nobody.
Nobody?
Because here's the deal. Like, I want to say, and I even heard Colin Cowherd this morning say, you know what, Boston's going to win the title next year. It's going to be Boston versus Golden State for the next several years, and Boston's going to win it next year. The thing with Boston, though, man, they were great without any superstars. Brad Stevens is probably the best coach in the NBA. I would say he's the best.
I agree.
But we just don't. There's too much unknown throwing Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward into the mix. Like, on paper, you're like, wow, this team made it to the conference finals, and you're adding 2 superstars to the mix. This is a surefire NBA championship team, no doubt. But I've seen too many teams add superstars, and they're just simply not as good. So at least on paper, I'm like, okay, Boston could be. But until I can see Boston play with all these superstars back in the mix, nobody's going to touch Golden State. Nobody.
And we've seen these super teams. You know, everybody says LeBron James was the guy that really started it. But no, it's not true. The Lakers tried it and tinkered with it. A lot of people seem to want to forget that Karl Malone, Gary Payton was on that Laker team.
Yes.
And guess what? It didn't work.
No.
You had Kobe Bryant. You had Derek Fisher, who was relegated to the bench, and at the time was a better player than Gary Payton. And Karl Malone was not Karl Malone that we had seen.
No, Gary Payton, and the mailman, Karl Malone, they were both in the twilight at the end of their careers.
Oh, they were definitely in
But
twilight.
Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, they're in their prime. I mean, these are young guys. I'm just a little concerned that people just want to hand Boston the championship trophy without seeing this project come together. Like, it looks great on paper. You look at it and you're like, wow, Boston, Eastern Conference finalists, 1 game away from reaching the NBA Finals. They should have beat Cleveland. And then you add Gordon Hayward, you add Kyrie Irving, you're like, wow, yeah, for sure, this team's going to beat Golden State. I just want to see it. I want to see it, feel it. I want to see it tangibly.
I agree with you. And here's the one caveat I think that a lot of people are kind of overlooking. I think Kyrie Irving might be damaged goods. I don't think Kyrie Irving can play. In fact, I've talked to a couple of friends of mine, and some of them are NBA guys. They're saying that he has Andrew Bynum knees. And you remember Andrew Bynum.
I remember him. He's been long gone.
But Andrew Bynum,
he should still be playing, actually.
Yeah, should still be playing. But remember, he got to the point where it was bone on bone. He had so many microfractures in that knee. Why did Kyrie Irving not elect to do surgery the second he was going to be traded? Why didn't the Boston Celtics say, we're going to do knee surgery on you to preempt this knee problems? They could have used him later on in the season. Instead, he goes down late after having a great beginning, and now they're saying he might be damaged goods. He could be out of Boston.
Is it possible that they try to package him up and trade him away before we even really see him, put together a career as a Celtic?
If I was living in Las Vegas, I would put, if I had $100, I'm going to put 50 down that he's not a Boston Celtics, not in a Boston Celtics uniform next year.
And here's the thing, too. All these other teams are trying to chase down Golden State. So no one's going to stay pat. Everyone's going to make a move. You have to. I mean, Golden State's on top of the hill.
Golden State is right now, if you looked at the trajectory of the guys they have, they're right in the middle of their success. Yeah. They've got a lot more. They're losing guys. They lose Zaza Pachulia.
Who cares?
And they lose JaVale McGee.
Who cares?
But there's guys, David West is gone. I'm sure he's going to retire.
Yeah, but didn't he get 3 rings?
Yeah, he does have 3 rings.
Good for him.
Remember, and he took a $20 million pay cut just because he wanted the rings.
Wow.
Remember? So he's done. They're going to lose 3 guys. Sean Livingston might be gone. The only thing that Golden State's going to have to do is tinker with that bench. And a lot of guys are going to want to come play for the Golden State Warriors because they're going to have a shot to win a ring.
It's going to be a fun offseason because I know a lot of people say Golden State's bad for basketball.
I think it's great. They forgot. Short memories. A lot of good teams have done it.
No, there's been many dynasties throughout NBA history, but I like it because it's almost like, let's say, fast food. There's a fast food chain just dominating. Everyone else is going to have sales. They're going to be inventing new items on the menu. They're going to be creative. Like, everyone else is trying to chase that number one fast food chain. Golden State is number one. They're the champions. 3 of the last 4. We're in the middle of the dynasty. There is no end in sight to this dynasty. So now the ball is in your court. What are you going to do to be creative, ingenuitive? Like, what are you going to do? You got to make a move. Something's got to happen. Do you try, maybe you try to duplicate what they're doing. Maybe you're like, you know what? We're going to go opposite. We're going to go old school. We're going to go big man. We're going to do set offense. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do to counter this Golden State dynasty?
I think we're going to go back to that trend when there's a good big guy out there that likes to play with his back to the basket. But you look at every big guy right now in college and the NBA, they all want to play with face in the basket 20 feet out. Joel Embiid wants to shoot the ball. Everybody, DeMarcus Cousins wants to face the basket. But I will say this: it goes up and down. They ran in the run and gun in the 70s and the early 80s. Denver Nuggets did it for a number of years with Alex English, Dan Issel. They averaged 127 points a game. It's gonna go ebb and flow. But right now, there's nobody in the system that can play with their back to the basket. There's no Shaqs. There's nobody with their back to the basket. You look at this guy from I think it's Texas, Mumba or whatever his name is, the guy that's supposed
huge wingspan.
Yeah,
biggest wingspan I think in the NBA combine history.
But he's working on is shooting threes in his preseason workouts. Things are going to change, and you look at the West. The West is dominant. That's the only thing I think the NBA is broken with, is you look at the top 15 players in the NBA, 10 of them are in the West, and the other 5 in the East aren't very good, and we're counting LeBron James in that East. The first team All-NBA, one Eastern Conference guy on that first team. Who's that guy? LeBron James.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play out West.
But I think that's what makes it fun, is because if you're going to chase down Golden State, if you want to be equal with them, you have to do something, because nobody is equal with them. Nobody's even close right now. I mean, Houston got a sniff of it, and I don't know if Chris Paul was healthy. I don't know. Maybe they would be in the finals, but I don't know. But everyone's going to have to do something. Do you go out and build your own super team? Do you change the way you play basketball? Like you said, you introduce a natural big man. Like, what do? You've got to do something. Do you reinvent yourself? Do you bring in high, name profile of free agents? Like, what are you going to do to get on the same level as Golden State? Because if you stay with the way you are right now, no one's going to touch these guys, and they're just going to keep winning NBA titles.
No, and there's going to be a super team after super team after super team trying to dethrone the Warriors. The thing is, the NBA guys, the top-notch programs, the Lakers, the Celtics, let's say probably the Mavericks to an extent, it's a soft cap. There's not a hard cap in the NBA. So owners are making so much money that they're paying the luxury tax. The only way the NBA can change that and kind of shift the power back to the East in some regards is to throw a hard cap in there, because then you can only max out certain guys. You can't give them that luxury.
It levels the playing field, right?
It does. And I know the NBA wants to do that. I don't think it'll happen, because the Players Association will never go for that, because guys are making too much money.
So hard cap would be like, let's say the number's $200 million.
That's it.
That's the number. You can't go over. Soft cap would be, okay, you can go over, but you've got to pay a penalty, tax on that.
You've got to pay dollar for dollar everything that's over that. So if you're the Lakers and you have a $200 million budget or payroll, and you go $300 million, you're going to have to pay that extra $100 million to the NBA.
Which they like.
Yes. But in a sense, the West is really going to dominate for the foreseeable future. Yeah. And I guarantee there will be a super team in Los Angeles. There has to be. The NBA needs a super team in Los Angeles. They need a team.
But see, I picture Steve Ballmer and the Clippers willing to spend more money than the Lakers.
But no one will want to play there. That's the problem. I agree. I like the.
But what if they're willing
Clippers.
To spend the money?
They can spend all they want, but they're still wearing a Clippers jersey. and it's true. I mean, they've got rid of Blake Griffin. There's no room for DeAndre Jordan, but nobody wants DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan had said last week, I want to go play at Houston. Well, Houston has a guy named Clint Capella.
Who's great.
Who's a restricted free agent.
He is DeAndre Jordan.
He's a DeAndre Jordan, but guess what? DeAndre Jordan is 31 years old. Clint Capella's 21. He's 10 years younger, and he does the same thing.
Why would you go with DeAndre Jordan? Didn't he almost sign? Who was it? Dallas? Was it a year or two
with
ago?
The Mavericks. Remember, they courted him. He had committed verbally, and then the Clippers got him in a room, or got DeAndre Jordan into a room and held him there past midnight so he'd sign with the Clippers. But I think look at Houston. I don't think Houston, the team we saw this year, is going to be the team we see next year.
No.
Because I don't see how you can give Chris Paul a 5-year deal on those legs.
And he wants max
money. He wants max money. The only way he will take max money unless is if he gets a 3-year deal and he's in a place like Los Angeles. The Clippers weren't going to give him a max deal. So why in the heck with the Rockets? Because you don't know what Clint Capella is a restricted free agent. They're going to have to match. The Houston Rockets would have to match whatever he is offered. Clint Capella is going to be a hot commodity,
sure, because
he's long. The only thing he can do is he can't shoot free throws. A lot like DeAndre Jordan, but he averages 14 points a game and 12 rebounds.
And what do you say? He's 21?
21 years old.
Unbelievable.
A young guy. DeAndre Jordan, in his 30s, the tail end of his career. He's never been able to shoot free throws, and yet DeAndre Jordan's only averages 12 points a game because you put him on the line and he's worthless.
Is Chris Paul chasing money or rings? Because it sounds like money first. He wants to go to a place where he can get that max contract, and if it can also be a championship contender, great, right?
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. Because he could stay with Houston, but Houston might say, you know what, we're not going to give you the max. We can give you this amount.
But guess who can? The Lakers can give him that max. And I'll tell you what, he's tight friends with LeBron James. You don't think these guys don't talk to each other?
Yeah, they do. They ride on those big banana boats out in the lakes and the ocean.
And I don't see everybody saying, well, I see maybe LeBron playing with Kawhi Leonard. We don't know what's
San Antonio.
Going on.
Now we're talking.
But San Antonio has no room to bring in another good guard.
Now you already got a big three.
Who?
LeBron, Kawhi, and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, you have the big three, but you don't have anybody that can push the ball up the floor.
You got LeBron. He'll push it up.
I'll tell you what. There's a couple guys that are on the radar that I look at and I go, J.J. Redick's an unrestricted free agent. He's looking to get rings. He's made his money.
Maybe a shooting guard. He could fill it up. Maybe a sixth man come off the bench.
J.J. Redick has made $75 million in his career. He made $23 million this year. He's not going to command that now because he's an older player, but he shot.
Someone will still pick him up.
He could be that veteran's minimum exception. He could make $7-8 million and go for a ring. That could be the Lakers' shooter because the Lakers don't have that guy. He likes L.A. He lives here still. He's not going back to Philly.
You've got it all figured out.
I've been thinking about this nonstop.
But how does LiAngelo Ball fit? Because it's going to be LiAngelo and Lonzo. That's two of the starting five. And there's only three other spots in the starting five. The middle ball and Zobal.
Yeah,
the middle ball. Those are two of the starting five for the Lakers next year.
Hey, if we get to hear from our guy LeVar tomorrow on Fox Sports.
Oh, is he on tomorrow?
He's going to be on with, what did you say his name is? Jello?
Middle ball.
Middle ball. Is it Jello?
It's Jello.
Jello and Dad they're going to make their TV debut on Fox Sports tomorrow morning.
Oh, so we can play that.
So
tomorrow?
we're going to have lots of sound bites because he's going to tell us why the Lakers are going to take him.
Because remember, it's going to be LeBron and Jello and Lonzo will do all the scoring, and then you only need two guys to rebound. It works out perfectly.
I'm telling you, it works out. Hey, one more note: if LeBron James comes to LA. There's another guy who's his best friend is also an unrestricted free agent.
His best friend?
Yes.
Oh, wait, let me guess. Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade is an unrestricted free agent and has said in the last 24 hours says he wants to continue to play, but he's not going to continue to play.
And that's the guy that he brought up during the NBA Finals. Remember, he's like, man, if we had Dwayne Wade, this would be a different series.
But even if you have Dwayne Wade as that 7th, 8th, 9th guy on the bench, and he can come in and give you 10, 12 minutes a game,
some points
for
leadership.
I mean, he's made $200 million in his career. I don't think he needs to. He could live off 7% because it's a 7%.
He's out there flipping houses.
Oh,
he's got a reality show. He's knocking down walls and building houses now. If you have $200 million in the bank and you have a 7%, that's how much you're going to gain every month or every year. He can live off that 7% forever. So Dwayne Wade could be a Lakers. He's rich. He just wants to win a ring.
Yes, he needs one. Another one.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we will come back to the NBA, but we're going to make a quick pit stop and talk a little NFL because minicamp start tomorrow. We'll be back at your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
You want a real juicy rumor? I mean, a real juicy one.
Yes, I do.
We're going to give you a real juicy rumor after this because we're brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You know they got weekly specials at Catalano Motors, and you can save thousands of dollars. So right now we have the 2011 Ford SVT Raptor Crew Cab. And if you go there, you can save thousands, but you can also save $500 by simply mentioning the Inland Sports Show. So go to Catalano Motors off Temescal Canyon Road, ask for the weekly special, and say, hey, the Inland Sports Show sent me. Boom, $500 extra off the price tag. Easy on all the vehicles. We love you, Catalano Motors. CatalanoCars.com. This one's a real juicy one, Jeff. You like rumors, right?
I love rumors.
I know you love rumors. You've got so many secrets. You're the secret guy. You've got a lot of secrets.
I could ruin a lot of lives.
No, but you do. You have lots of secrets.
Oh, yeah, I know a lot. Yeah.
This is one going back to LeBron James. There's a rumor going all over Twitter. Nothing has been confirmed. It's not official. But everyone's saying that LeBron James Jr., LeBron James' son, will enroll at Sierra Canyon High School in Los Angeles to play basketball. So what do you make of that juicy one?
Well, I have heard the same. I have also heard the same that he was going to go to Mater Dei High School, but Sierra Canyon sounds a little bit
Mater Dei's in Santa Ana.
Yeah, yes.
Sierra Canyon's in L.A.
Yes.
Same city as the Lakers and the Clippers.
Stop with the Clippers. He's not going to the Clippers.
He could be a Clipper.
No,
Clipper,
stop.
man. That red and blue. A lot of pride in that red and blue.
Yeah, but if you lose and you don't win a championship in red and blue, if he comes to L.A. and he plays for the Clippers, not the Lakers, and never wins a championship, that tarnishes the brand of LeBron James. Yes, it does.
Can you imagine? Okay, picture this. He comes to L.A.
Yes.
He comes to the Clippers.
Yes.
And he leads the franchise to an NBA title. They said, you know what? You could have had the easy route. You could have went anywhere else. You could have went San Antonio. You could have went Philly. You could have went Boston. You could have went to the Lakers, who have a long tradition. No, you went to the Clippers, and you took them to a place they've never been before.
Well, hey,
man, this guy is now the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but what happens to guys that go to the Clippers at the tail end of their career?
They're immortalized.
No, it's like
statues.
It's like where whales go to die.
No.
Yeah, there's a spot in the ocean where all the whales, when they get old,
and their bodies just wash up on the shore one day.
They just go die there.
No.
Yeah, but think Danny Manning.
If
Bill Walton.
If LeBron can play his cards
Jamal
right,
Wilkes.
he could be the next Danny Manning.
Norm Nixon.
He could be the next Blake Griffin.
Dominic Wilkins. I just gave you 5 names off the top of my head.
He can take the Clippers where they've never been before.
Do you remember Dominique Wilkins played for the Clippers?
No.
You didn't.
No,
remember?
he was the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh no, he was going to bring a championship to the promised land of the Clippers nation.
If LeBron James goes to the Clippers,
he's going to break a leg.
People will forget he even played for the Cavaliers.
Yeah,
he'll be like the greatest Clipper of all time, LeBron James.
No, if they renamed him the Los Angeles Cavs, it might be better because there's no way. But I will say this.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. If you take LeBron James right now and put him on the Clippers, are they better right now than LeBron James with the current Cavaliers?
Yes, but they're in the Western Conference.
Good point.
Yeah. I mean, but here's this. We will know, and I'll be honest, we will know, I think, if LeBron James is coming to Los Angeles, if the rumors are true that LeBron James Jr. Enrolls at a school, because he's got to start playing Summer League very shortly, and he's got to get on a travel ball team very shortly because the big Vegas trip is coming up, Kentucky Prep Festival, a lot of these things are coming up. If he's playing for a California team, LeBron James will be a Laker. There's just no way around it. I don't care who gives him escargot, steaks. I don't care. He will be a Laker.
Escargot, steaks, steaks?
The snails and steaks. If you can woo LeBron James all you want. If his kid enrolls at a school out here, he's done.
Man, if he won a title with the Clippers, just imagine.
I got
a statue at Staples Center. He'd be the king of Los Angeles.
Can I just be honest?
New heights.
That'd be one statue beyond many.
But I think I represent a lot of Laker fans here. And I'm going to tell you this.
Okay, tell me this.
I don't like LeBron James.
You don't?
I do not like LeBron James at all. But if he's a Laker, I'm going to love that guy like none other. There's going to be unconditional love. Unconditional love. I don't like Lonzo Ball. And guess what? I still don't like Lonzo Ball. But if you bring LeBron James in here, there'll be unconditional love.
Maybe LeBron's gonna look at the Lakers and think, you know what? That place is a mess.
No, he's not.
They got Lonzo Ball.
It's not a mess.
They got Lonzo Ball.
No.
You know who's opening their arms wide open for me?
No.
With a lot of money.
Who?
And a great owner.
Who?
The LA Clippers.
Steve Ballmer?
Steve Ballmer with arms wide open.
Stop. Arms wide open.
The new city.
Yeah.
No, he could. They'll take him to new heights. LA's never seen something like this before. Can you imagine?
Yeah, they have.
No, never.
Hey, Corey Maggetti,
the
Chris
mayor.
Kaman. Oh,
Kaman.
Charles Smith.
Don't you dare bring Corey Maggetti into this conversation.
Bob McAdoo was a Clipper. Lamar Odom. Let's go. Terry
Eric
Cummings.
Piakowski.
Adrian Dantley, in the end of his career, they thought would bring a championship. He leaves Detroit, Utah, and comes to the Clippers. Darius Miles, Baron
Darius
Davis,
Miles.
Eric Bledsoe, Dominique Wilkins, Zach Randolph. Those guys were all Clippers, my friend. All of them.
Think about it.
Yeah. Brandon
DeAndre
Bass.
Jordan.
Oh.
LeBron James. How about this?
Josh
A
Smith.
reunion tour. Chris Paul turns around and comes back to Clippers. Know why? Because
No.
arms wide open in the city of Angels.
LeBron James will never want to be mentioned in the same tagline as this. Hey, you played for the Clippers. Rasul Butler played there.
That's right.
Marquise Spates.
That's right.
Raymond Felton. Brandon
Spates is the
Bass.
NBA champion.
I don't care. Tom Chambers. Oh, Al Farouk Amini.
Yep.
Remember
guy.
that guy? Arminu.
I remember that
Drew
guy.
Gordon.
He was good.
Karan Butler.
Really?
I just gave you a bunch. Chauncey Billups was a dang Clipper. And he was a one-man band
Legends.
in Detroit and took them to a championship
Legends.
by himself. But did he do it in Clipperland? No.
That's what I'm saying. New heights. This is like undiscovered territory. It's like the first human to land on Mars.
It's like
that could be LeBron James coming to the
It's
Clippers.
like when the Clippers had that #1 pick out of Pacific. Do you know who that
Michael
guy is?
Olowokandi.
Oh, yeah,
The
baby.
Candyman.
The Candyman. That's just, he's never going to play for the Clippers. Never.
It's like a man going to Mars. We thought we'd never see it, and it's going to happen. And they're going to build statues and write books about it one day.
Oh, Glenn, Big Baby Davis, Ricky Davis.
now we're talking.
Antoine Jameson.
Yeah, that guy
Mo
too.
Williams. Grant Hill. Come on.
Grant Hill was the Clipper?
I believe he was.
Fact checkers.
All right, here
we're
we go.
on that. When we come back, we'll get off LeBron a little bit. But we're going to get on the Warriors. What are they going to look like next season?
Grant Hill did play for him in 2012 and 13. I was
2
right.
years?
Yes. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that tells you. Hey, did he bring a championship?
Did he?
No.
No. Okay.
Sorry there. I was excited.
When we come back, we'll talk Golden State. What's next for the Warriors? We'll be back at your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
You know what your problem is?
How you guys doing? I'm Coach Ray again. We're here at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. So today's tip, I'm going to go over the shuttle run. So really, the shuttle run is a great drill to measure lateral speed, power, and change of direction. So we're going to go over that today, and it's a drill that can benefit really, again, any type of field sport, whether you're a basketball player, football, volleyball, soccer. If you got to change directions, you got to be quick. Shuttle runs for you. Okay, so Jacob's going to demonstrate the shuttle run here. We're going to start off with the stance. So he's going to have his feet about hip width. Now, this is really important because a lot of times you get guys who try to shift their stance. You got to split the line evenly, and you want to make sure your toes are forward. You want to make sure your feet are right underneath your hips, all right? So he's going to have his feet forward and underneath their hips. All right, now, when I say set, he's going to drop down very quickly. Whatever hand is down is the direction that you have to go. So he's going to go to his left first, so he's got to have his left hand down. Now, his right hand is going to be right here. All right, it's going to be right in front of his body. His elbow's going to be flexed. Hand's going to be right under his chin. All right. So when I say he's going to drop down really fast. All right, he's going to put his hand down, left hand down on top of the line, right hand underneath his chin. Ready, set. All right, relax. All right, so that's the stance there. We don't want to hold the stance any longer than about 3 seconds. All right. So we want to be in and out. All right, now let's talk about the first touch. Once he leaves, all right, his first movement, that timer's going to start. He's going to give me a nice lateral run coming out. So he's not going to turn his head and turn his body run. He's going to lateral run coming out. And then we make our first touch. He's going to do what's called a wedge cut. It's a double foot cut, and he's going to touch right outside of his feet here. So he's going to touch the line with his left hands. He's going to do a wedge cut, a double foot cut. He's going to have a nice angle at the shins. He's going to touch right outside of the foot. So now I'm heading back in the direction I want to go. All right, that angle is really important. So we're going to nice wedge cut here, left hand touch. We'll wedge cut it here with the right, and then we'll sprint through for the finish. 5, 10, 5. Here we go. You ready, Jacob? So he's going to go on me. Set. Go. Take it back. Finish right in the middle. Good, right there. Now, typically, you want to finish with your head down. All right, you want to maintain that forward lean. There you have it. Shuttle run.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Riverside, San Bernardino, an iHeartRadio station.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? Yes. I knew you'd go. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! What is she doing? I never know what she's doing back there.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 a.m. It's Monday, but we're going to get you through it. out there in the IE, battling traffic. It's already after 4 o'clock. So you know the highways are clogged up. You're stuck in your car, but that's okay because you got Jeff Gorham, you got Greg Holla. I'm simply Pep Fernandez. We're brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car. Get that oil changed every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. You're looking up at the corner of your windshield, and you're like, man, I need to get my oil changed. You're just sitting in traffic anyways. Make your way on over to off of Alessandro Boulevard. That's where Spoiled's at. They'll get you in and out so quick. You'll barely get out of your car and take a seat. And you'll be popping a mint in your mouth, a flower in your hand. You'll be on your way, caring about your very important day. Lots of important things to do. Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. In fact, my wife, her windshield has a huge crack in it. I got to go fix that.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a bummer.
I've had that happen to me twice this year.
The worst day of my life.
Oh, terrible.
All right. So the Warriors won the NBA title on Friday night. It was all great. You know what? I didn't even really pay attention to it. After game 1 of the NBA Finals, after LeBron James and the Cavaliers let it slip through their hands, his broken hand, and they won game 1 in overtime, I was like, it's over. They're not coming back. This sucked the life out of them. We were at the All-Star game at San Manuel Stadium.
We were.
I was watching high school baseball.
I was calling high school baseball.
You, Stephen Kono. The whole gang was there.
We were.
And then, at the conclusion of the game, I went back and I watched the highlights, and I saw LeBron James with a little broken hand, right?
That was silly. You know what?
Was it? No, it wasn't.
No, that was dumb. That was
James
really dumb.
Felt bad for the guy.
I didn't feel bad for him at all. Just take your lump. You lost 8 out of 9 in 2 years against the Golden State Warriors. 8 out of 9.
Hey, Kobe Bryant played in pain, no complaints.
Hey, Kobe Bryant shot a free throw with a torn Achilles.
Exactly.
He is
but no, you don't shoot it with your hand.
Yeah, but
your Achilles is like in the back of your ankle. I mean, what does that have to do with a free throw?
Hey, you still had to push off it. I want to say this: LeBron James to go out after he loses, goes out after losing 4 in a row, and then kind of blames it, takes it away from, I think, takes the zest out of the Warriors line. Takes the zest off of that championship by coming out with a soft cast saying that he punched a whiteboard. I think that, you always talk about Kobe being self-centered.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
Me? This guy?
And I'm going to say this. If we're going to talk self-centered,
yes.
LeBron James saying, for him to say that you know what? I look at it this way. If you're a general, right? You're a general and you're fighting. You're going into a battle.
It's a war out there.
It's a war out there.
Yeah.
You don't when things get tough, you don't hang your head down, pout, and look angry at your teammates. You know what you do? You remain calm and you are a leader out there. Yes. You can't go in there at game 1 and punch a hole through a whiteboard. That is
I've been there.
But that's
I've done
stupid.
that.
Well, did you win a championship?
That was me.
Did you win a championship?
No, because I had a really bad team like LeBron.
It doesn't matter. Good players, good Warriors, good guys that are in charge of a unit. If I'm going into war, I'm going to be calm, cool, and collective, and I'm going to get my team through no matter what, being the leader, not a guy punching holes in walls.
So game 1, before overtime, after regulation, and he's sitting there on the bench.
Stewing.
You know what I thought? Man, I get that. I know where he's at. I totally understand. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I totally get it. And then he comes out after they get swept in the finals, and he says, we don't know. I guess it might be broken. It's kind of broken. I don't know what's going on, but he's got a hand cast on. And he's saying, I punched the board, and I was so frustrated. It's like, I totally get it, man. Your team stinks. I'd be punching things too.
But he couldn't go home and just ice his hand and not wear something. He had to show everybody, my hand.
Yeah, he put it out there.
That was
because the media wanted to see it, and he knew that. The media wanted to see it, and those cameras, those still photographers, the lights were popping off, the flash bulb, pump, 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 pump. Yeah, everyone's getting a shot of LeBron James. I felt his pain. I'm like, man, that future Clipper in that moment is hurting. And I feel his pain.
You're the only guy in America that thinks he's going to the Clippers.
The Clippers.
You're the only guy in America.
He's going to resurrect the Clippers.
Are you willing this? Are you
better go to Vegas and bet on that.
You are kind of like LeVar Ball.
Me?
You are willing this into existence.
I'm going to speak it into existence.
Yes. But I think good leaders, and I'm telling you, man, the second he signs with the Lakers, I am all about LeBron. I am that shallow. But right now, I'm telling you this. As a leader, and I watched him at the end of that game, He should have rallied his guys.
I felt bad for
There was
him.
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Win it in 5 minutes. That's all you got to do.
But he had to collect his thoughts.
He didn't need to collect it afterwards. Good players. That's why he's 1-8. 1-9 the last 2 years.
How about this? You go home. How many boys you got? 3.
3 of them, and they're all annoying.
They're all annoying, and they drive you nuts.
Oh, all the time.
None of them are listening or obeying.
No, just beat them.
Do you want to be around them?
No, I just hit them as hard as I can.
Well, LeBron can't hit his teammates.
Sure he can.
But he can avoid them.
No.
I felt his pain. I'm like, I get it. Go punch another wall. I totally understand.
No, because as a parent, and you have daughters, and that's probably that's going to be even crazier.
No, it's already
crazy. They're going to be dating boys.
It's
someday.
already
They're going to be
crazy.
dating the Gorham boys, which is going to be even worse.
That's
for
not
you.
happening. Well, I'm not going to be at your house on Christmas Day.
Two of my kids are going to be married to the Fernando's daughters, and you know it. And here's the deal. My kids are a handful, and they're going to be in your house.
Oh, yes.
They're going to be talking to you. They're going to call you dad.
No.
Dad.
Yeah. But as a parent, and you know your wife, you guys play off each other. If your wife gets angry at the kids, you have to be the guy to step in and be the calm. If you go nuts, then your wife steps in as the calm. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's what LeBron James needed to do.
No.
Yes.
No, picture yourself at home with your kids, and they're driving you nuts, and they're not listening. They're not obeying. They're not doing what you say. You tell them to clean up the room, they make more of a mess. You tell them to go outside, they're playing and jumping around while you're trying to watch a game.
You know what you do is
they're driving you nuts.
You throw them in the pool. That's what I do.
But you want to get away from them.
Then I just leave. That's
what
why
LeBron was trying to do. LeBron can't punch him.
But he had 5 minutes to
hurt
win
him.
it. He had 5 minutes. It was a tie game when that happened.
And then
J.R. Smith.
And then at the end of the finals, he showed the world. He's like, this is what really happened. Punch in the wall. I broke my hand. What was he averaging? Almost a triple-double?
Yeah, if he
with a broken hand. I felt for LeBron. I was like,
excuses.
Man.
I'm like Evel Knievel. I broke all my bones in my body, and I broke my hand. I have broke it. I'm telling you. I broke my leg. I broke my ankle 6 times.
Really?
6 times. And guess what? I couldn't play on it. I couldn't shoot with it.
But you're not LeBron.
I'm not LeBron.
Man.
LeBron is a beast, but I still, honestly, it took away from the zest, the luster of that world championship.
I looked at him and I'm like, man, that guy right there, he's a gladiator.
He's not.
Cleveland does not deserve
He's a
LeBron.
gladiator.
I felt bad for him. I'm like, man, I get it. He's
No.
surrounded by turkeys.
No, and guess what, though?
What?
The Golden State Warriors, they're surrounded by a couple turkeys, but they
Who?
still won. Nick Young, JaVale McGee, Pachulia, and David West. Those guys are turkeys. You put those guys around LeBron, they're going to be the same thing, my friend.
And they might all be gone, though. That's the good news.
Yeah, they're all unrestricted free agents, and there's going to be a lot of guys that they know that they're in the middle of this window during this dynasty that will come play. We're going to see Sean Livingston, who has, I guess,
I like Sean Livingston.
I do too. I think
of all the guys on the bench, I'd like to see Sean Livingston back for the Warriors.
I agree.
Of all the guys, everyone else can just go.
But we had mentioned there was a guy named J.J. Redick who fits in pretty well.
Oh, man.
Could you? I mean, think about it.
Another shooter.
J.J. Redick at his age is not going to get the max deal.
No.
He's not going to get a long-term deal. Why not go after a guy? If you're Golden State, he's unrestricted. Say, look, you come on over here. You've made your $100 million. Come over here and play for the Warriors and get that ring. You get a couple guys like that. There's a lot of dudes, a lot of good dudes that are free agents. Dwayne Wade could be another one of those guys. Dwayne Wade, who knows where he's going to decide? Does he go with LeBron? He says he wants to play another year. I don't think Miami's going to give him what he wants. There's so many guys. Brook Lopez, who I hate with a passion.
You hate Brook.
But Brook Lopez could be that guy. He's made $100 million himself. He's not going to get command of a max deal, but he could command a 2-year deal. He could be a guy off the bench for the Warriors because you got Andre Iguodala still intact. But I don't think they need to play 82 games of serious basketball. All they need to do is just get into the playoffs, and they're going to be just fine.
All right, we got to continue this conversation.
I'm exhausted.
You are exhausted.
I was talking a lot, man. That was more than I've talked in a long time.
Man, I can't believe you were, as you would put, besmirching the name of LeBron James.
Oh, I dislike
the way
him
he
immensely.
the way he was leading.
I think he's a goofball, but I can't wait for him. If he's a Laker, I'm going to love him unconditionally.
You know what I mean? The first time he showed that, whatever that was, the hand wrap, the cast, whatever that was on his post game press conference after Game 4. I think the first time he showed it to the world, didn't he like accidentally scratch his nose or something like that? And he's like,
yes.
And he's like, oh, you guys want to see this? Like, I was like, oh, what a classy move. That's great. That's great.
So
That's
goofy.
why he probably went to the locker room earlier to think of an exit.
You know what I thought to myself? It's a real Clipper move.
Real
He's going to
Clip-
be a Clipper, man. I can feel it. I can feel it.
He can bring Rajon Rondo with him to the Clipper Nation.
Dude, you think I'm crazy.
I think you're really crazy. Rajon Rondo's an unrestricted free agent. I know you like him.
Why would
I know you like
listen?
He does. He played for the Kings. Once a king, always a king.
He is a king. All right, we got to talk more about LeBron James. We'll also get to the Golden State Warriors. We're going to try to get Qui West in here from 99.1 KGGI, the biggest Warriors fan we know, because a lot of them are bandwagon fans, but he's actually from up in that area. He's loved the Warriors for a long time.
So have I. That's my second, second favorite team. Second favorite.
Man, you were a Jazz guy for like 3 days.
I was also a Boston Celtics guy for a while,
That
too.
was his dark horse.
My dark horse.
Yeah.
You know, my
It was the
dark
Jazz.
horse probably be like, I don't know, Boston.
And the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell.
Jazz,
Yeah.
I mean.
I have a team every week, but I'm still stay true to my Lakers.
Nonsense.
Lakers and Warriors.
Bunch of non. Yeah. We're brought to you by Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports. Everyone's going to Boost. From lacrosse, golf, track and field, football, baseball, you can go to Boost as well. Be faster, be stronger. They got strength and speed classes as well at Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass and his entire coaching staff. They're dedicated to grooming great athletes. BoostTrainingSystems.com. When we come back, more NBA talk. What is next for LeBron James? Will the Warriors look different next season? We still got to get to more baseball and football here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
A potential scandal with the Buffalo PD surfaced today when the mayor...
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. And they can do Letterman's jackets, and they can do team sales. You got a whole team, maybe just a local company or business. You want shirts with your company logo right there on the chest, so you can walk around with a lot of pride out there around the IE. Representing your team or business, they can do that too. Kin Sporting Goods, kinsportinggoods.com. They're right there off the 15 freeway in Norco, off Hamner.
Hamner!
I've been there so many times, Jeff. So many. And they had a big sidewalk sale.
I've been there so many times.
So many times.
So, I told you I bought every single wristband they owned. And
you
every
bought
sock.
You bought them out of stock?
I bought them out of stock. I have a big, giant box of socks right now in the back of my Jeep. Huge box. You've seen it.
Kono got some socks.
Kono got socks. I had pink socks. I'm every color sock.
I got 2 pairs of pink.
Yeah.
Not for me, though.
For your daughters?
See.
All right. I'm bringing a glove tomorrow for your daughter. She's going to camp.
Yeah, she's going to softball camp.
That'd be awesome.
She doesn't like it.
Oh, she'll have
Mad at
fun.
me.
She'll be pitching before you know it. Is this your younger daughter?
Yeah, my youngest. She's not what I would say competitive.
No.
She's not real. Neither of them are real competitive. They're more. Today they had new what do you call them, like rompers, like little rompers, and like these like big sunglasses and big bows in their hair. Like they got all dolled up to go over to Grandma's house, Gigi's house.
They did?
Yeah. So they're not worried about baseball mitts or competition.
I got something for you. This morning I had Fast Johnny's in a day camp.
Oh, he's real fast.
He's in a day camp. So it's about a mile and a half from my house. So I decided to get. You know what an umbrella stroller is?
No.
Those little tiny strollers are like $10 maybe, and you fold them up and you can kind of just carry them around.
Yes.
They're little bitty
That's
things.
what they're called?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
They look like umbrellas. They're little tiny things. Well, I didn't have the big stroller because Smetty Smedberg was teaching some summer school. So he had to be there by 8. I got up early. I said, we're going to walk.
You're going to walk?
So I was pushing this stroller.
The umbrella stroller.
The umbrella stroller. And my neighbor, the CIA guy, saw me about a mile into it, and he pulls over and goes, hey, that looks very uncomfortable. Why don't you get a stroller that fits?
Why don't you get a real one, Jeff?
Yeah, so I looked at I wanted to flip them off and just say, get the hell out of my face. But that was nice.
Get a real stroller, Jeff.
Yeah, so I was pushing this thing over, and then my mother-in-law saw me and she drove by, and she was like, that looks uncomfortable. Yeah, it was. I pushed it for like 2.5 miles. Finally, I got him. I got little Luke out of the stroller, and we walked all the way home, and he slept for 3.5 hours. The best morning ever.
That's a long nap.
It was great. He napped for 3.5 hours. I cleaned the kitchen, so that room is clean. This week, I'm going to get every single room in my house clean. Tomorrow, I'm conquering bathrooms during nap time.
Man, I would be trying to get a nap in there when the kids are napping.
Not me. I need this house clean. It's summer. It takes a whole year to get this house this messy, and I got to clean it.
So the next time you walk him down there, you're going to have the real stroller. You can walk around with your chest out a little bit, feeling real proud, and say, hey, you know what? I got a real stroller. Why don't you back off?
I'm 6'8".
I love my kids. Look how much I love them. Look at the stroller over here.
Yeah.
Big wheels. It's all nice and smooth.
I was hunched over. I was really, I mean, it looked bad.
Those are hard.
It was, but I did it for like 2.5 miles. It was just brutal. It was hot. I was sweating. But yeah, my kid had a good time, so it didn't matter. So that's.
Okay, can we go back to LeBron James?
No, I hate him. But if he's a Laker, I love him.
And the Golden State Warriors.
Okay, let's do it.
Because, again, we're trying to unpack a lot. It's Monday. This all happened on Friday. We've had an entire weekend to kind of digest this whole thing. I think LeBron James will go to the Clippers because who wants to follow in the footsteps of Shaq and Kobe? Wouldn't you rather do it on your own? It's like going to Chicago. Everyone's going to compare you to Michael Jordan.
But if you win it kind of erases that era and it gives you your own.
I don't see it that way.
But nobody's won in see, the thing is, nobody's won in Boston. Well, you got to think the Larry Bird era was big, but then you brought in Paul Pierce. They
the
won.
Big three. Paul Pierce.
Won. That's the championship. But you still won't forget about that Laker dynasty or that Boston dynasty of Larry Bird, Parrish, all those guys. But if you come to LA and you win, it kind of erases that last championships. Not in a bad way, but it just gives you your own. That was a different era. This is the LeBron era.
Yeah, but I just feel like he's going to come in there and they're naturally going to say, okay, here's Kobe's team. We'll say the post-Shaq. What was it, 2 NBA titles post-Shaq?
3 NBA titles.
They won 3 with Shaq.
No, they won 2 with Shaq.
3.
2 with Shaq.
No, 3 with Shaq.
You're
and
wrong.
2 without.
Look it up.
Google it. Fact check.
They won 2 with Shaq.
It's
they won
Monday.
2.
It's Monday,
They won
so
2
we've
with
got
Shaq.
all the producers in studio.
They won 2 with Shaq. And
Okay,
they won
hold
3
on.
with
Hold
Powell.
on.
They won 3 with Powell, 2 with Shaq.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I don't have my phone in front of me, so I'm not checking this on the spot. Just Laker knowledge coming from the brain.
Kings fan?
From Kings fan. I'm going to say, hold on, producer Kono. I'm going to say 3 with Shaq.
Yeah, you're wrong.
2 post Shaq.
No.
And I don't even like the Lakers. Can we go?
Yeah, go to the facts.
Do you have it, producer Kono? Here, hold on. Can we get them here? Give him the mic.
I guarantee I'm right. I know I am. Shaq's only won 2 with the Lakers.
He won 3.
No, he didn't. He won 2.
Am I wrong?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
In those bitter moments in Northern
I haven't even
California,
looked
was
it
I
up.
blocking out an entire
I haven't even looked it up.
championship?
Yeah. I have not even looked out on my computer.
I haven't either.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm right. Pau Gasol has 3 championships.
No, he has 2.
No, he does not. He has 3.
He has 2.
No, he's got 3. We're going to argue this to death until Kono can figure this out.
But, okay, the post... We're going to find the answer. Don't get...
Okay.
We're not going to skip
okay.
this. I could be wrong. But
you
the
are.
post-Shaq Lakers, when Kobe was surrounded by Pau Gasol, who's great, and a bunch of mediocre guys...
Yeah.
People are going to say, okay, who are they going to surround LeBron with? And they're always going to compare the two. I feel like they're always... Why, you're LeBron James. Why walk into that Hornets nest? Go to the Clippers. They haven't done anything. Anything you do is going to be better than what they've done. They haven't done anything.
I see. Here's the positive for LeBron James. LeBron James will come to the Lakers. LeBron James will surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He will pass him in scoring.
Wait, say that again?
LeBron James, if he comes to the Lakers, wins the championship, when the day comes, because he's going to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring title record, it will be as a Los Angeles Laker.
Wait, so you're assuming if LeBron James comes to the Lakers, they're automatically getting to the playoffs?
They're going to win a championship with him. There's no way in heck. Because people are going to want to come play with him. Just like Pau Gasol wanted to come play with Kobe Bryant when he won those 3 championships.
Okay, Jeff Gorham and Greg Holla, you guys both owe me an apology.
Why?
Because I know the Lakers like nobody else.
They have not won 3 with Shaq.
They won 3 straight titles in 2000, 2001, and 2002.
No.
Can you dig it?
That's not right.
Thank you, Kono.
Was it really?
I was up there in Northern California, very bitter.
Oh, you're right.
Doing the TV news
I'm
thing.
wrong.
I was thinking.
I just looked. I just
Okay.
typed in Shaq championships. It says 3, 2000, 2001. Okay, yeah, you're right, whatever. All right, whatever.
Those are the Shaq teams, not the Kobe teams. Those are
Okay.
the Shaq teams. Kobe.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
I know nobody knows the Lakers like me.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, because I was so bitter and mad at the Lakers back in those years.
Yeah.
There was 2 with the POW teams.
But there's still 2
I
without-
call them the Kobe teams.
Still, you call them the Kobe teams. If you have the Kobe teams versus
The Shaq teams.
or the Cleveland or Houston or Miami teams, which is better? I'm going to go with the Cleveland team that won it with Kyrie Irving. Come on,
Wait, is better than
was better
than the Kobe and Pau Gasol Laker
better
teams?
than the Kobe surrounding team, Powell team. If you take Kobe out of the equation and you take LeBron out of the equation,
You say
those
Cleveland's
teams,
better.
I say Cleveland and that Miami team that he won it with is still better than that Laker team with Kobe and Powell.
You're right, because we've talked about this a little bit. Those Kobe teams, what was it? Powell, Lamar Odom,
Yes.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah, Robert Horry, those guys.
They weren't great teams.
No, they weren't. They were guys that were past their prime for the most part. And guys, I mean, was Luke Walton part of that? Yeah, because Mark Madsen was part of the Shaq era teams.
Yeah, Mark Madsen was with the Shaq teams, but Luke Walton was with the post-Shaq teams.
And Luke Walton wasn't a player. I'm sorry, he was a good coach, not a great player.
He went 24-0 with Golden State as an interim.
Did you know when he played for the Lakers, I refused to call his first name?
Why?
Because I thought I didn't like him.
Then why'd you name your son after him?
I didn't. I named him after Luke Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a big difference here. Not Luke Walton. I used to call him Puke Walton.
Puke.
Yeah, because I couldn't stand him. I just thought he shouldn't have been on that team. But he was Bill Walton's son. So he
But you loved him unconditionally because he was a Laker.
Yes, I did. But I refused to call him by his first name those my friends that know me and know during that time, I refused to call him Luke. I can now because I named my son Luke, but
I still think LeBron James is not going to be a Laker. He doesn't want to follow in any of those footsteps.
Can we bet something?
No comparisons.
Let's don't bet money, but let's bet something. What could we bet?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good right now because I just got you on the Shaq with 3 titles.
But what could we, honestly, what could you and I bet that LeBron is a Laker? We got to bet something.
I mean, we both enjoy coffee. We can do a coffee thing.
That's just stupid.
Is that weak?
That's weak. Yeah, we need
pair of
good.
shoes.
Pair of shoes. Pair of shoes would be good.
All right.
All right. You get to pick a pair of shoes.
We'll come up with the parameters.
Okay, shoes.
We'll come up with the parameters.
Air Jordan 4s. The 4s.
Oh, those are the ones we both like.
Yeah, we both like those. So
one of yours are going to be a lot bigger. There'll be more money.
No, they won't.
That's not fair.
No, they won't. I'll squeeze my foot into a 13 instead of a 14. Yes, let's do it. Let's go to the Air Jordan 4. Cement 4s.
We'll come up with the boundaries here.
We'll do it.
But right now, let's talk more Golden State Warriors. He's the only Warriors fan I know. It's Qui West from 99.1 KGGI. Was it true? You were taking a bath in champagne all weekend long?
I just want to say how sweep it is, man. We like to call that in the Bay, man. We like to call that the LeBroom, okay? So when you sweep LeBron in the finals, that's called the LeBroom, all right? You may not know about that out here, but, you guys experienced it. You guys got to see greatness.
Here's the thing about Golden State. There's no end in sight. They're probably going to revamp their bench, right?
But that's about it.
The core is there, man.
Look, ESPN broke it down the best. They said, look, there's 3 tiers to the NBA. There's Golden State, there's LeBron, and there's the rest of everybody else. And that's how it's going to go. LeBron has to team up with somebody. But you know what, man? We want our respect, man, because we got a dynasty going on here. We were asking nicely the first championship, the second one a little bit. Now we're demanding some respect, man, because we own the NBA. Let's keep it real.
And think of it this way. The Warriors now, they've won 3 of 4. They're going to play their last year next year in the Oracle Arena, and then they get the brand-new Chase Center right in the heart of San Francisco.
Woo!
That buzz, that's why I said I think that they're right in the middle of this dynasty. They're going to have the second half of this dynasty in a brand-new arena. They're going to re-energize 2 years from now, and they're going to be just fine. I say another 5-6 years with these guys.
Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Throw that back at LeBron.
LeBron,
right?
yeah, it really is LeBron's fault because I think if he never went to the Heat, I don't think Kevin Durant sees that it's okay to leave his team. But he did, and he kind of set a trend, and Kevin Durant fits really good with us. So thank you, LeBron. And so we'll see, man. We're just counting up the rings now. We're just collecting jewelry at this point.
Because they're all in their prime. I don't feel like anyone's going anywhere. Kevin Durant's in the second year, right?
He's
going to go into his second
free
year.
agent. He's going to sign.
He's not going anywhere.
And think of it this way: he said he's going to retire. He said he wants to graduate at 35.
I heard that. Yeah.
He'll be 31 next year. It gives him 5 more years playing in the league. He's body wise, he's a 6'11", 7-foot shooter. He's not going to go in and get banged up and hurt. He has a shot to play a 5 years injury-free basketball with the same guys. They'll be.
It could get boring though after a while. You just keep winning every single year, and then how can you get motivated? Jordan had to take 2 years off because it was too easy for him after a certain point.
You got to just get through those 82. Get through 82, and then you turn it on. But you got to know you've got to be able to turn it on in the playoffs. That's why you need a solid bench to kind of help the load during the 82.
Yeah. I was telling Jeff over here that it makes the rest of the NBA exciting because nobody can stand pat with what they've got right now. Everyone has to make a move. You have to reinvent yourself. You've got to bring in free agents. You've got to do something because Golden State is not going away.
And they changed the whole face of basketball, man. That with Steph Curry changed it with the three-point shot. You know what I'm saying? You see now you got like regular centers like Dwight Howard who are nobodies now.
No.
You can't even hang.
There's no big men.
So what's LeBron going to do? He's going to go to the Lakers. LeBron doesn't want these problems out west, does he? He doesn't want these problems just to kind of just eke his way.
Where do you think he goes?
I think his best chance is Houston. Do I think he goes there? No. But if he legitimately wants his best chance to win right now, he goes there. That's going to be a problem.
Did Houston scare you? If Chris Paul plays in that Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals?
I told you, I walked in here, I said Dubs in 7. I said they're going to sweep the finals.
A lot of confidence.
We got that Chris Paul curse happening for us, man. So I knew that, them legs were going to give out at some point. But, they had us shook, man. They had us on the ropes. But so did OKC a couple years ago, and we bounced back from that too. So,
Yeah, I still think LeBron comes out west. He might not win a title next year.
Oh, man.
But I do think
he'll never be in the finals again.
You're crazy. He'll be in the finals again. You're nuts. Even if he comes out west, he'll still have a shot to dethrone.
He should,
just because guys are going to want to come play with him. I don't think I think Houston.
That's true.
I honestly, I think Chris Paul's out of Houston. I think it was a 1-year deal, and I think if he's going to go anywhere, I think he goes with LeBron. He signed a 3-year deal, like I said, not a max deal, a 3-year deal with the Lakers. You bring in Paul George, and you've got the young core talent still intact with the Lakers. You don't have to trade anybody. You don't have to do anything. They will just come.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy playing the Lakers. I'm going to enjoy this.
That's going to be a sweet win, right? When we
put it down, we want, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of Laker fans are mad right now. They're mad. They're jealous. You know what? Hey, we sucked for a long time. Can you let us enjoy this?
No,
please?
We talk about the Monte Ellis teams, the Andres Biedrins, the Donald Foyle
We're talking
teams.
12 years in a row of a losing season, man. You guys got to let us have this. And if you guys want some smoke, we can bring it too. Bring LeBron, and we'll bring the LeBroom. So, you know what I'm saying? Bring it on.
If LeBron joins the Lakers, that's inside the division. That's a lot of games head-to-head with the Warriors.
That's a lot of losses for LeBron, man. Let's see if he can handle them.
I honestly, I think that we're going to see a different Golden State team. I think they're going to still be as deadly, but I do think that when you win 3 of 4, it makes it tough to play those 82. So you got to get those. You're going to have to get that bench mob of guys like, I think J.J. Redick would be good for the Warriors, a guy that can shoot off the bench. These guys are at the tail end of their careers. The West isn't going anywhere. The East is really is struggling. There's only a couple teams.
I mean, they're young. I mean, like Boston and those Philly teams. I mean, they're going to be good for a long time.
They're going to be good for a while.
They're
Yeah,
going to be good, but who are they going to have to battle though?
But that's the thing.
During the 82, they're not going to battle against them.
Maybe
Toronto was rotten. I mean, the whole East was rotten. If Kyrie Irving comes back, and I still do think he has Bynum knees, I don't think he's ever going to play again to the level we saw him. Boston's going to be good. I think Philadelphia will be good only if Ben Simmons develops a jump shot. If he never develops a jump shot, they never win championships. They never even smell championships unless he can get a jump shot.
We'll see, man. I think the East is a walk in the park, man, but the West is going to be a
Brutal.
juggernaut. If LeBron comes to the West, man.
He should stay out East, shouldn't he?
He has a free pass to the finals every year, and he's getting older, so he's going to need that easy road to the finals because it's hard when you're playing 7 every round, you know? So we'll see what he wants to do.
And
but if
48 minutes every single time. But look at the all NBA teams. They're all West Conference guys. 10 out of 15 best players in the world all play in the West. And the guys that are bottom tier to the all NBA teams are guys from the East.
Hey, finally, Key, any question marks for the Warriors going into next season? Maybe outside of the bench. There's going to be some new faces coming off the bench, but that doesn't really matter, right? Steve Kerr's going to be there.
All. We always put players. And, we always get the players that nobody wants. JaVale McGee, right? You know what I'm saying? The laughing stock of the league.
I like that
guy. Two-time champion, so he needs some respect on his name. Swaggy got a ring now. People that just kind of get laughed at. I just hope they don't bring J.R. Smith or anybody crazy like that, even though I do appreciate what he did for us in Game 1. But, there's really no question. The only question is, are we going to re-sign, Kevin Durant and is Clay going to stay, which he wants to, I think. So, not really, man. We're just like, how do we keep motivated after all, all
That's
this winning?
The thing, right? Yeah.
Because they kind of struggled this year getting through that regular season. It was tough for them.
Yeah, Klay Thompson's expected to sign a $102 million 4-year deal in the next week or so.
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not going.
They're fine.
We're good.
You're good. Key, thanks for popping in, man.
No
it's
problem.
good
Thanks
to see you.
Thanks for having us, man.
When we come back, we'll talk a little high school baseball all-star game. We'll get back to the NFL when we come back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah, the biggest one you got. Venti is large.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
as we're getting ready to talk about the high school baseball game that we had this past week at the San Manuel Stadium.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Pep, how you doing? Glad to join us here.
Hey, we're brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, you can trade, you can finance. It's that easy. You can do it all in the same spot. You can save thousands of dollars on their weekly specials. And if you say Inland Sports Show, $500 off. Any vehicle, all you got to do is mention the Inland Sports Show, $500 off. We're just trying to give back. We love to help you guys out in the IE get a sweet new ride.
Are we paying it forward?
Yeah, we are paying it forward.
Called?
Yeah, $500 off. We are paying it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could be in line at, say, like a Starbucks. You're like, you know what? I'm going to buy Greg Holla's coffee. He's right behind me in line. I'm going to buy his coffee.
Somebody did that for me once.
Really?
Yes.
Did you pay it forward?
No.
You didn't? No. Jeff.
Because I got a free coffee.
What's wrong with you?
No,
I got a free
coffee.
Like it's my lucky day. Free coffee.
That's exactly what I did.
I got a free coffee.
I don't want to, end a trend. I just got a free coffee. Yeah, I did.
So free coffee, what, $4?
Yeah.
You're the guy. It ends right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, am I supposed to do it every time?
Yes.
So you have to continue doing it?
Yeah. So my wife bought like a tea for like, I don't know, $2 or $3. And the order behind her was like $8 and she still did it. I was mad, but she did it.
She did?
It's like, why are you doing that?
Oh, yeah, I broke the chain. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was supposed to not.
No, you're supposed to do it.
Oh.
It wasn't your lucky day to have a free coffee. You have to buy it for the next person.
What are you talking about?
So if that was a $30 purchase, the next thing you're going
I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Hey, remember the last time someone else did? I feel like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Remember?
You don't know that?
Remember when I took Connor to Disneyland for his 12th birthday just like a month ago?
Okay.
That lady bought me bought him like a $30 piece of bread with Mickey. It was a Mickey head of sourdough bread.
Yes.
And I didn't
You're
do
supposed
anything.
to pay it forward.
I say, can I pay for it? She was like, no. Your son's birthday. There was none
No,
left.
you have to buy someone else some bread.
I'm not paying $30 for
Yes,
bread.
you have to.
No. I do. So next time I go, I'm going to see.
Yes.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't want the karma to bite me.
You have
Because
to.
I'll tell you what. I've lived a pretty nice life the last 10 years. I don't want it to go bad.
Yeah.
Karma's-
You're not going to see Michael Jackson at Disneyland again.
Hey, wow. Hey, whoa. That was
Or
pretty
anyone
sad.
else famous.
I'll see famous people all the time at Disneyland.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Unless you buy someone some bread.
I saw Adam Sandler at Disneyland.
No, you
Yeah, I
didn't.
did. But he was wearing his hat down low. And he's pushing a stroller.
A Yankees hat.
And I wanted to say something to him, but I didn't. He didn't look good. Last time, it didn't work out well for us last time, anyways. Brooke Lopez just gave my son the stink eye and yelled at him. Jerk.
So there's one thing to pay it forward with like a $3 or $4 coffee, but it's another to have $500 off at Catalano Motors. We're just paying it forward.
Yeah.
Jeff, I cannot believe you don't know the drill. You got to pay it forward. You got to buy coffees. You got to buy bread. You got to do all those things.
Yeah, that's just too much for me to think about. I'm a very basic guy.
You're like, I got a free coffee.
I got a free.
Fantastic.
That's what
hey, thanks. And you drove right off.
Yes, that's what I thought you were supposed to do.
Now, Kono over here.
He was a barista.
Yeah, he's a barista. He worked at Starbucks. Did that whole pay it forward thing happen when you were at Starbucks?
Oh, quite a bit.
And what did you think of that person who ended the streak of coffees when someone was paying it forward?
If it was like the next person, you're like, come on, bro. But sometimes it lasted like 13 people, and then the last one, you're like, okay.
But it was like a big order. You're like, okay, I understand. It was like
Usually.
$20. Someone's buying for the whole office. It was $30, whatever.
Kind of like your situation. The car had like a tea, and then the car behind them has like 5 frappuccinos.
And you're like,
it's like $35.
Next time.
I have had someone do that. Like, can I just pay for one of them? I'm like, okay.
There it is, Jeff. That's what you do. Now you see. I didn't know there's etiquette. Now you have the proper etiquette. Kono was a barista. He knows.
So I'm not in like karma. I'm not in trouble with karma.
No, you are.
No, because I didn't know.
No, you are.
No, a lack of information, man.
I feel good 'cause my
information.
wife did it. We went above and beyond. Like we're in such a good spot right now. You're in a really bad spot.
But I'm not though, because of lack of information. I did not know.
Let's take a look here. You took free coffee. You took free bread. Like, what's next?
Oh, it's like working. It's like seriously, like
you're like every day's great. I get free stuff.
Well, it was like I was at a soup kitchen and somebody gave me free soup. I mean, that's honestly, the soup was free and the coffee was free. I honestly didn't know that there was etiquette that I had to do this.
Etiquette. Now you know.
So
Man.
So next time I go to Disneyland, I got to buy bread?
Here you thought you just hit the jackpot, that everyone's just giving you free stuff.
Well, yeah, that kind of stuff happens. Why would I have to get, I thought maybe because I did something nice in my life that I got free coffee.
You know what? But maybe you're playing it right. Maybe the fact that you're not paying it forward, more stuff keeps coming to you.
But I pay it forward by being a nice guy all the time.
You do?
I do. I'm always pleasant now. I try my best not to curse at anyone. I haven't been in a fist fight in a few years. Life is good right now. My kids are all healthy. My wife's hot. I got a pool. I got
a reading room.
I got a reading room with a fountain. Gosh, I've been doing something right, Pep. Don't tell me I was doing something wrong. I was. Oh, that's bad.
Now, see, you wouldn't believe me, but Kona was a barista. If anyone would know, it'd be Kona.
So if I went to McDonald's tonight, because I have to do my McDonald's run tonight, I got to get the Happy Meals.
Sure do.
Kids. Do I buy it for the person behind me? Do I ask, hey, how much was their bill behind me? Do I do that? I don't know. I need to know this because now I feel like karma might bite me in the ass.
You could get that ball rolling.
I could?
I would just wait for the next time you get a coffee.
All right.
Go to the scene of the crime. Go back to Disneyland where the bread was bought.
I have to do this twice, but I got free stuff. It's not free then.
No, it's not.
But that's not the.
I lost money on the deal. I lost money.
Oh, that's just.
My wife she's a
don't get
saint.
it.
She's an angel, and I'm like, oh, dude, that was $8. We only paid $2 for your tea. So I'm out $6.
I'm never allowed to get free stuff.
No, never.
That's some
Not
BS,
for you.
man. That's
not
rotten.
for you. No,
that's terrible. I'm sorry. I disagree with that, but I'll do it because I want karma to be on my side. Weird. It's
weird. Like, man, everything is coming up Gorham. Like I got free bread. I got free coffee. People are giving me socks. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You just thought you were the luckiest guy alive, and you didn't notice everyone's paying it forward to you.
But I didn't know I had to pay it back. Honestly, I just thought being a nice guy, that was enough.
No, it's not. It's not enough.
But I'm teaching the youth every day.
It's
Isn't
not.
that paying it forward?
It's not enough.
I'm teaching young kids, molding young minds. That is in itself very underpaid. So I'm giving away a lot of knowledge.
It's not enough.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Let's go ahead and just touch on this real quick, and we're gonna come back after the break and really dive deep into this. But we had the Inland Empire High School Baseball All-Star game this past Friday night. Riverside County beat San Bernardino County. It was a comeback in the bottom of the 8th. 9-7 was the final score out there at San Manuel Stadium. You can watch the whole game live right now on the Inland Sports channel on YouTube. It was a fun game. It was a long game. But you guys have a good time? You guys were on the call. I was behind the scenes. You tell me.
It was great. I had a blast calling. It's always cool to call a game from it feels like a major league ballpark, doesn't it there, Stephen Kono?
Oh, it was wonderful. Media box.
It was cool.
And Kono shared on Friday during this very show leading up to the All-Star game that he was a bat boy for the 66ers.
Yeah, brought back old memories. I got to see the door I always used to go in when I used to see all the players. And I used to see all the cheerleaders as well.
Yeah, they do have cheerleaders.
What's
up with the Quakes, Greg
What do you mean they have cheerleaders?
They have cheerleaders at the 66ers.
And I haven't been going?
They have cheerleaders. And they stand at the top of the dugouts, right?
Yeah,
and they do their dances and cheer. And
are they cute?
Oh, yeah.
Or are they do they work at...
I've dated 2 Inland Empire 66ers in my life.
You have?
Yes.
Whoa! Kono, hey!
Big deal, guys.
But see, I always picture minor league cheerleaders as working at the clubs at night. Seriously, because it reminds me of that movie.
What kind of clubs? Like the Boys and Girls Club? Volunteering their time?
Where there's poles. Those kind of clubs.
Pole vaulters. Like a pole vaulting club.
Pole vaulting dancers, yes.
A pole vaulting club. Track and field club.
Because remember that movie, Unnecessary Roughness? Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
And they were they were on a lockout, and they brought in all those dancers, and they were the cheerleaders. That's what I picture now at the 66ers, girls jumping around. They're probably really good looking, though. Are they?
Half and half.
He dated 2 of them, right?
Yeah, the good half.
The good.
Well, I'm going to a 66ers game to check them out.
All right, we're going to talk more about the Inland Empire All-Star Baseball game, plus intern Cullen, all the way from North Dakota.
Is he still alive?
Oh, he's interviewing local Riverside guys in North Dakota for us. Can you believe that?
What is wrong with him?
We'll also update you on the Major League Baseball scores from this afternoon because Stephen Wright, the pride of Valley View High School, getting the start for the Red Sox. All your updates are next on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Would you like to come over and sit?
How you guys doing today? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about strength. And of course, it's very specific to speed. We're talking about the single leg supported low squat. Come check it out. So when it comes to athletic performance, and more specifically speed, it's all about the ability to generate force, all about being nice and strong. Now, running is a single leg motion. So it makes sense that you have to have a great foundation of strength. You gotta have single leg strength. So this exercise really works on that single leg strength here with the deep bend in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So what Mike is gonna do is gonna have an open hand grip, all right? He's gonna get nice and tight to the rack. He's gonna be doing this, he's gonna have his right foot on the ground. He's gonna flex his left knee, all right? He's gonna lower himself nice and easy. He's gonna tap that left knee on the ground and then come up. Now go ahead and do a couple reps here, Micah. All right, so what we want here is we really want to emphasize pushing that left foot in the ground, that right foot in the ground and not pulling himself up, which is why we have the open hand grip. And as I mentioned before, really getting that deep bend in the ankles, the knees, and the hips, just as if we were sprinting. So if you're not doing this exercise, you really want to add it to your repertoire because it's a great drill for building speed and generating force. We do it right here at Boost.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
and the treaty is signed.
Good work.
Zed, what about that position you promised me?
Still working on the Alien Affirmative Action Program. I'll keep you posted.
Wait a minute, that's not what you promised me.
You're breaking up.
Zed?
Can't hear you.
Hello?
I'll call you back.
I can be Agent M.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. In just about 35 minutes, Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Quakes, will take over this entire radio station and fill the air with the voice of summer as the Quakes will take on the Storm down there in Lake Elsinore. It's not a home game, but Mike feels right at home down there at the Diamond because they open up with open arms. I'm sorry, I got Creed on the brain. We're brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You can spoil yourself and your car. Hey, go every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. Get that oil change. You know you need it, and I know you're overdue. So go in there today. Why are you wasting any time? Traffic is bad out there in the IE. Let it all pass. Go hang out at Spoiled. Get your oil changed off of Alessandro Boulevard. What are you guys laughing at over there?
I'm just marveled by Stephen Kono. Marveled by that beard. You know, my wife, she didn't know what Stephen Kono looked like. Did I tell you this already? I did mention it, didn't I? I told you this, right?
I think so. But go ahead.
You know, I was talking to Smetty Smed, and she has this. You know, if she doesn't see somebody like.
Wait, can I preface this by saying that you guys called the high school baseball all-star game this past Friday night?
Yes.
You guys were on camera. So we could see both of you.
We're broadcast partners.
So
now.
Your wife saw him for the first time.
Yes, and she said, you know, I was like, hey, so what'd you think of Stephen Kono? And she goes, well, you know, I pictured him a little taller, and I didn't know he had a beard. And well, yeah, he's a little different. He's a little different than I thought. I said, what do you mean? Well, I pictured him being hunky and 6'5" like you. I said, I didn't know I was hunky.
Hunky?
Hunky. No, she said Stephen Kono was she just pictured him as like a clean cut, like you, Pep. And then she looked at him. He's like a rocker. He's a rocker. He knows everything about rock, rap, and he's one of those guys. He's a
rap.
He knows a lot about rock, rap. Probably knows his micro brews, and he's a flat hat.
He's a millennial.
He's a millennial.
But you're incorrect. I hate beer.
You do?
I do.
Do you like liquor?
I love liquor.
Oh, good for you. I love that.
I'm like a cognac kind of man.
Cognac, Hennessy.
Tennessee, Randy Martin.
That just put a whole different level on old Stephen Kono.
But here's the good news. She didn't say he was good looking because your wife, it's been clinically proven, likes ugly guys.
Hey, whoa. No, she said he was cute.
No, she didn't say that.
She said you're hunky and I'm small.
No, she just thought he was taller. I think that was the thing. She thought he was taller.
Now, if she would have said, hey, Kono, he's a good looking guy, I'd be like, oh no. She likes ugly guys. But she didn't say that, so that's good news, Kono.
I'm always hunky. That's the deal. Always hunky. She just thought that he was like clean shaven. She had no idea that he had a beard because she's heard him for years on the rock station.
So just by his voice, he sounds beardless.
He sounds beardless and very professional.
So on the baseball game, was that your first baseball game, Kono?
First baseball game to call.
He was fantastic.
And Jeff, you've done a couple.
I've done a few, yeah.
But we had a good time, right?
We had a great
time.
We
saw all these guys. A lot of them were going on to Division I colleges. In fact, we had several going to Cal Baptist, UC Riverside in the mix.
You know,
U of R guy.
Why don't we just ask our color commentator how many schools were represented?
37.
Bingo. That's right. That's correct.
That's why he's so good.
He did his homework.
I did a lot of homework, to be honest.
Yeah.
I did not want to let Pep or Jeff down.
You can let me down anytime.
Okay, I didn't want to let Pep down.
It was good. I think
it was great.
I think across the board, everything went well. Again, it's on the Inland Sports Channel. It was awesome. The high school baseball all-star game, to see these guys one more time. Now they all go their own ways. Some of them are doing like those, the travel ball thing. Some are all going to their colleges early to enroll. Some were drafted.
Yeah.
Some are going to be pros and sign their contracts very, very soon. So it was a cool deal. Fun working with you guys. It was fun doing the show out there at San Manuel Stadium. Like, wasn't that fun? We had our own little booth. It was nice and quiet. The AC was on.
There was a guy there. There was a dude that was working on the field, though, that had the prettiest legs I've ever seen on a dude. I mean, seriously, I already said, you've
already said it.
If you could have transplanted that guy's legs, his sticks, on any woman in America, she would have had the best legs I've ever seen. Give her some nice stiletto heels, pumps, or whatever you want to call them. That guy, if you go to any games this year, go to 66ers, go early, and you'll see that guy walking around. He had really small shorts on, showing off those great gams. I'm going back just to see his gams. Hey, I love women, but I loved his woman legs.
You're going to go for the cheerleaders and the guy with the stick.
Oh, man, his legs were beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Of all the things going on at the stadium, we are prepping for the big broadcast.
I couldn't take my eyes off them.
There were baseball all-stars all over the place. It was a who's who. All the coaches were there. So much to take in, and that's what Jeff picks out.
That's all I could. I couldn't take my eyes off them. They were perfect. The guy was I couldn't tell you what the rest of them looked like, but his legs were magnificent.
Should we poke fun at Cullen a little bit?
Yeah, I always love poking fun at Cullen.
So Cullen is the play-by-play man for the Souris Valley SaberDogs
in Minot,
North Dakota. He's coming home for high school football, so we'll have him back.
Do you know who played there?
Who played there?
Played at Minot State?
No.
I told you this. No. Fergie's husband. What's that guy's name? Josh Dumel. No, they're divorced.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because she looks like a bulldog. You can't stay married to anybody who looks like a bulldog.
Right, you have our Bulldogs.
Yeah, she looks like a bulldog. But Josh Dumel's he's the most famous guy in Minot.
Did he play quarterback?
He was the quarterback. In fact, Cullen's
North Dakota.
Cullen's host family worked on his teeth.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
Because Cullen lives with a dentist in his family. Yeah. So he worked on Josh Dumel's teeth.
Good friends.
That's inside information you won't get anywhere else. Nope. Right here on the Inland Sports
Show. Worked on his teeth, and Josh Dumel's teeth are pearly white.
So here we sent intern Cullen halfway across the country to go do his SaberDogs deal. We're gonna welcome him back in mid-August.
Maybe.
But he's loved doing the baseball thing, and lo and behold, he gets all the way out there in North Dakota, which is the middle of nowhere, the land of gluten. And he runs into another Riverside guy.
Wow!
Oh, well, what are the odds?
Not big odds. Really big odds.
So I said, Cullen, you're not doing anything out there in the land of gluten. Can you get us an interview with, his name is Connor Franco, played at King High School.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's out there with the SaberDogs, with Cullen. Two Riverside guys holding it down in Josh Dumel's hometown.
Yes. Where does Connor
What are the odds?
Where does Connor Franco play college baseball?
UC Merced?
He's a Merced guy?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
I think he's a UC Merced guy.
All
I think.
right.
I could be wrong.
Hey, you know who just signed to UC Merced? That guy that played basketball at North. He was MVP of our All-Star game.
Who? Mason Westlake.
Yeah, he signed it.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he's got a full ride.
And his mom's like one of the volleyball coaches.
He is the volleyball coach.
Should we listen to Cullen?
Yes, let's
because
listen.
he came. Let me give him some credit. He came through.
He did.
He found the Riverside guy. He was battling through the gluten fields, and he found the Riverside guy. He got us an interview with him. Connor Franco from King High School. So Steve Madrill, who's a huge fan of the show, the head coach at King High School. I'm sure he's listening right now.
Yes.
This is an exclusive interview. No one else is going to get this. Who else is roaming the gluten fields in North Dakota finding the local IE guys?
There's no one.
Nobody.
Nobody.
I can't think of anybody.
No one.
So here's Cullen, and here's Connor Franco. It's only like a minute long. Please indulge us.
Okay.
If you want to jump in there, Jeff, you can, because I know you've taken intern Cullen under your wing personally and mentored him.
He's my funny-looking stepson.
Here's Cullen and the voice of the SaberDogs.
Oh, yeah. Big
and Connor Franco, one of the stars of this SaberDogs team from Riverside.
By Connor Franco by way of Riverside, California, Martin Luther King High School, and then William Jessup University, where
got
you
great voice.
Hey, that son of a bitch better unbutton that top button.
SaberDogs, a couple of Riverside Inland Empire guys. And Connor, did you think you'd run into somebody from the same area as you all the way out here in North Dakota?
You're his mentor.
Really cool.
Yeah, mentor him to unbutton it.
It was a big surprise because I thought I was going to be all alone up here.
What do you think of Minot so far? A little bit different from Southern California, huh?
Way different. A little bit smaller, a little bit close-knit community. I'm not really used to it, but it's a good change. It's interesting.
Minot's a lot different.
Show you played for him your senior season. What did you kind of take away from the King program?
Oh, look at this, localizing it. He learned some things here.
Baseball really changed mine.
I hear train.
A little bit different, and his coaching staff.
What's going on with that shirt, Cullen?
Really changed how I play.
Jeez, Piso, get rid of that shirt.
Walmart special. That's like an 80s shirt.
Looks like somebody threw up all over it.
For you, and you played against a lot of really good athletes. The Inland Empire loaded.
Hey, I really miss him.
You know, how did that prepare you for the next level?
I don't think I can handle.
I mean, like I said,
I love listening to him.
So it's growing up and playing against that. It helped me a lot to prepare me just for this. I mean, I feel like I kind of got a head start over some of these guys. Just because
that's right, because he played at King High School, the best.
I really miss Cullen.
An Inland Empire product, a Riverside guy, Martin Luther King grad, and here he is with the Souris Valley SaberDogs. That's all we have on the Inland Sports Show.
Well,
Wow.
Oh, he did it.
Oh.
It's Cullen. It's Connor Franco, and he did it. And he localized. You see, he was asking questions about the skipper, Steve Madrill, King High School, the Inland Empire, Riverside. How did it make you better so you could come to the land of gluten and swing that bat so well?
Is he really? I think the top button's really buttoned. I think he is.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Look, 1.
That's 2, all the way.
And it would go 3.
But that shirt, man, I'm really concerned about him.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, come on, Cullen. No better than that.
He's usually, when he rolls in here to our studio, he's usually dressed to a T. He's got like socks matching his button-up shirt.
Yeah, he always has like anchors and stuff. He's like
he's very nautical.
He's very nautical, and I like the nautical look. But what he's wearing, is that like gray? Is that different shades of gray? How many shades of gray can you wear?
Oh, there's light gray, there's silver, there's charcoal, there's lots.
Lots of gray. God, I really miss him, though. I miss him.
But here he is in North Dakota, finding local guys from the Riv, # the Riv raised me, and he's sending us back interviews, exclusive like we just played.
You think he has a girlfriend yet?
No.
I bet he does.
You think so?
Yeah, because he doesn't call as much.
I don't think he would tell you if he did.
Oh, no, he would. He tells me everything.
I don't think
we cry together on the phone sometimes. When he's homesick, he calls me up and says, you know what? I just needed to hear your voice. And I say, you know what, Cullen? I'm so glad you called me. Now I have to go now because I got to put my kids to bed. Nice talking to you, Cullen. That's what I do every single time.
And you bail.
I bail on him. I love him.
I'm out,
Jerry.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break because when we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up.
We are?
Yeah, because Mike Lindskog is taking everything over. The whole thing. So it's going to be Quakes baseball taking on Lake Elsinore. First pitch at 6 o'clock, but Mike Lindskog is going to hit the air. What, Greg? 6:45? So we're gonna end this thing about 5:40-ish. So Jeff, you get 20 free minutes to do whatever you want. Free time.
3 minutes.
Lots of activities you could do.
I'm gonna go get Happy Meals.
Oh, that's right. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna pay it forward.
Yeah, are you?
No.
This is your chance.
I might.
You're gonna be in a drive-through.
Dude, I might do it because I'm not getting myself anything because I'm dieting. But I'm gonna get my kids.
Do me a.
No, I'm trying to eat better.
Do me a favor. When you get in the line at the drive-thru,
yes,
look at the car behind you.
If there's one lady is like ancient, and she's gonna get like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, if she's gonna get like a coffee and one little burger,
I'll pay for it.
What if it's a minivan just full of like hungry kids?
I'll do it next time.
But it's your chance. But please, when you get in line, before you make any decision, look in that rearview mirror and see who's behind you.
I'll do it. I might.
Jeff's like, man, I'm the luckiest guy. Like, everything just comes up Gorham. Yeah, because everyone's paying it forward, and you're not doing anything about it.
I'm going to pay it forward. Trust me.
When we come back, we will take a look at those Major League Baseball scores, an update on the Red Sox. Stephen Wright got the start, the Pride of Valley View High School for the Bo Sox tonight, and Mike Trout. Little wishy-washy on if he's going to re-sign with the Halos.
What do you mean?
A little bit.
He's my best friend. I know him.
Not a lot.
Okay.
A little bit. And then Trent Rush will join us tomorrow to talk more Angels. We'll be back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Jeff Gorham.
Oh, this is it. I gave you guys everything I had. Like LeBron James. If I had a cast on my hand, I had to put it out there for the world to see today. It's a Monday. It's a battle, and I put my hand out there. Let you guys know. I gave you everything I had. And we're coming to an end. It's our last segment. Then we turn it over to Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball.
I am so sad, but we get Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball? Holy cow. I'm glad it's ending early because there's not a better show in the world than Lynn Skog and his what's his partner's name?
Andrew Chapman.
Andrew Chapman. Old Chappy Chap and old Lynn Skoggy Skog.
Chappy and Skoggy
Oh,
Skog.
yeah. Those guys they're very talented. Very talented.
You know what? Maybe they should listen to you guys doing the All-Star baseball game.
They
Get the
should.
pointers.
They should. You're darn right
Listen
they
to
should.
Jeff and Kono call the IEBCA High School Baseball All-Star Game. You can find it live on the Inland Sports Channel. It's over 3 hours long, so if you're going to watch it, settle in for the night.
400 views already, though.
Is it really?
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Is that good?
Last year's, I think, had like 2,000. So you got some work to do, but it's okay.
We have 364 days to get to that level, right?
I think when I went back and looked, we had like 114 people watch it live. That's not bad. That's kind of a nice live audience.
Yeah.
It'll only continue to grow.
I hope so, because my words, my vision, my way of speaking about this great. I think I called a guy who was full of mass. Or he was
because he was a big guy.
He was very large.
He was a big guy.
And he said he's
got a lot of mass.
A lot of mass on that plate. Lots and lots of mass.
But we converted it to power.
So power.
Mass,
It's good.
mass,
Strong, powerful, massy guy.
Mass equal power. Isn't that a physics thing?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. So I was just using physics.
Sure.
But there was a pitcher. There was a pitcher, though, and I'm going to say I don't know who it was, but there was a pitcher that literally threw about 10 bounce passes.
No.
He did.
He was an all-star.
He threw it right off the dirt. And the catcher had to come out of the game because he was tired of catching balls.
They scored on a couple wild pitches, didn't they? Or pass balls?
There were 16 runs in the 8th inning.
There was lots.
Is that what it was?
No, there was like 10. I think they each scored 5.
Oh, 5 each. That's right. 5 each.
What game were you at, Jeff?
I don't know. But it was the longest 8th inning I've ever been in my life.
That's a great 8th inning. It's a lot of action-packed.
Not when you're talking for that long. I did 3 hours before that, and I was already into my 4th hour when that went on. It was a long time.
Because even like a UC Riverside basketball game when we did those, 2 hours, right? Tops.
Yeah.
You guys went over 3 hours strong.
Yeah.
Constant talking.
I did 7 hours basically on air. When I leave this place sometimes, and when people want to talk to me on my way home, if they want to talk about the show or my kids want to talk to me, I honestly want to tell people, shut the hell up. I don't want to talk. I'm out of words. My words are gone.
I told you, it's a real thing. You made fun of me.
Well, that's just because you don't like talking to me. But
I said I'm running out of words. You're like, no, that's not a thing.
No, it's not.
It's a real thing, and you're suffering from loss of words.
I have a question. One question. We'll get on to whatever we need to get to.
We gotta think our sponsors.
Do you ever go out in public with your wife or your friends or your family, and people want to just talk sports with you nonstop?
Yes.
Doesn't it drive you a little bit bonkers? Don't you say, if you're going to pay me, I'll talk about this?
We'll have a cross to bear. That's my cross to bear.
That's your cross to bear?
They think I know everything about sports.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get it constantly. Hey, what's going on with the Rams and the Angels and the Dodgers? Hey, tell me, Jeff. You do this for a living. Talk to me about it. Talk to me. And I honestly just want to go.
Listen to 3 to 6.
Yeah, so it's 3 to 6.
The termite guy, for example. The termite guy was coming spraying around our house. Hey, think Cajon High School's going to win another championship?
Oh, man. That's what, yeah.
Oh, the longest inning in baseball history. Was it really 8 hours and 25 minutes? Oh, that was the whole game. Yeah, what are you guys belly aching about? Our game was barely over 3 hours. That was like 8.5 hours.
There's no belly aching on this side. I love baseball. Go 4 hours, 5 hours, double headers.
Yeah, I love it too, but I also did 3 hours prior to that. And all I could do is I was thinking about the guy on the field. I was thinking about running the bases. I wanted to see some home runs and a lot of hits.
That was surprising, actually.
No
home runs.
No hits and homers. No hits and homers.
We had some. Didn't we have a close? There was one.
The one hit the track.
Yeah, left field.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of stealing, a lot of base stealing.
A lot of wild pitches.
A lot of wild pitches.
Pass balls.
A lot of wild pass balls when it hit, goes by and it hits.
Wild pass balls.
Wild pass balls that when they hit the back wall, boom, you could hear it. Every time. Boom, boom. And then you hear the ping of the bats.
Sure.
Bing, bing, bing. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get on.
It was a good time.
It was a great time. Great time.
We're brought to you by Ken's Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, and Ken's Sporting Goods has been bringing you your sports gear the entire way. They can do team sales. They can do Letterman's jackets. They can embroider right there on the spot. They can do it all. And if you just need a baseball mitt, cleats, a glove, they can do that too. Ken's Sporting Goods. KenSportingGoods.com. Ken's Sporting Goods off the 15 freeway in Horsetown, USA, Norco. This had the big sidewalk sale. All right. So let's get to some of the Major League Baseball scores from this afternoon. Again, we're going to be getting out of here in just about 7 minutes or so as we make way for Rancho Cucamonga Baseball. Stephen Wright, the old knuckleballer. In fact, his Twitter is what, Knucklepuck? I think it's Knucklepuck.
Yes.
The pride of Valley View High School. Had a great season last year. Some off-the-field issues. But he's 2-0 right now. Getting a start against the Baltimore Orioles. And right now in the 6th inning, it's scoreless. So Stephen Wright doing the whole knuckleball thing and looking really good out there against the Orioles. But to be honest, everyone looks good against the Orioles. They're really bad.
Three hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks so far for old Stephen Wright.
And guess who he's pitching to right now? Like right now in Baltimore. Like right now.
Don't know.
Adam Jones. Friend of Stephen Kono.
That's
Personal
correct.
friend.
Personal friend.
Didn't he give you a ride home?
Multiple times.
It's kind of weird.
He gave Kono a ride home.
It's not weird. I needed a ride. He didn't live that far away.
Weren't you like, how old were you?
I was 14.
Yeah, a little weird.
And he was on the 66ers.
Still low.
The badass Hummer and great rims.
But what's cool is, of all the guys who played for the 66ers,
that's cool, I agree.
Adam Jones, who turned out to be a major league superstar, is the one. Did he volunteer? Or were you like, dude, someone's got to take the bat boy home. Who's going to volunteer?
I want to say he just saw the sorrow.
Your
that
face.
nobody was there to pick me up. And then he was just like, hey, bro, you need a ride? Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, I do, sir.
That's cool. Because I was picturing all the guys in the clubhouse saying, all right, let's Rochambeau. The loser has to take Kono home. Like, this is the worst. Like, who's ever got the shortest straw has to take him home, the bat boy.
Yeah, everybody was kind of gone already. I was just out in the parking lot kicking rocks. And then he was like,
looking down, don't want to make
young
eye
boy.
contact.
Yeah. Excuse me, young lad.
You're out in downtown San Bernardino. Downtown San Bernardino.
The Dino.
I can't let you walk home. Good Lord.
Yeah,
deep
he's
in the
from
Dino.
San Diego. He understands. He understands the streets.
I don't think so. San Diego's beautiful.
America's finest city.
America's finest city, yes.
All right, so Adam Jones batting right now.
Friend of Kono.
He walked. Adam Jones walked, so we'll call that a draw between Stephen Wright, the pride of Valley View High School, and Adam Jones, Baltimore Orioles superstar and personal friend of Stephen Kono here of the Inland Sports Show. A couple other scores from this afternoon. All these games in progress. No early games here. The Rays are on top of the Blue Jays by a score of 5-4 in the 5th. The Giants and Marlins also battling. The Giants are down by 1. It's 2-1 right now in the 5th inning as well. Middle of the 2nd, Cubs and Brewers, no score there. Also in the 2nd inning, Indians and White Sox, no score as well. The Padres are in St. Louis. That one just got underway. No score between the Pods and the Cards. One other quick thing I want to touch on in these last couple of minutes here is there was a report that Angels star Mike Trout is uncommittal, saying, you know what, I don't even know if I'm going to come back to the Halos when my contract's up. But what is he supposed to say? Like, I'm not holding that against him at this point. Here was the exact question. So Trout can be a free agent after the 2020 season. And they asked him, would you consider signing before then with the Angels? So you're locked up, so people know you're staying with the Halos, even if you don't make the playoffs this year or next year. And here was Mike Trout's answer. Quote, I don't know the answer, Trout said. I want to get to the playoffs. That's my mindset. I can't predict the future. So I just take it one game at a time now, and I'll see what happens. So
it's two and a half years away.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
2.5 years. He's not gonna create and stir controversy. He says something now.
I know.
It's gonna last 2.5 years.
All these diehard Angel fans were probably hoping he was gonna say, "Oh, I'm an Angel for life. I'm not going anywhere. Nothing would bring me more happiness than bringing a World Series championship back to Anaheim." That's what I think Angel fans were hoping to hear, but instead he was somewhere in the middle saying, like, I don't know what the future is going to hold. I don't know what's going to happen.
He answered the right way.
Don't hold it against him. He's still a great guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He's one of my closest friends. And I'm going to tell you right now, he is going to be committed to the Angels forever. Forever.
You know what? In all likelihood, he probably will be. I think there's a good chance he'll be an Angel for life.
I mean,
he's one of those generational players, and I think the Angels are smart enough not to let this guy walk away.
No, and I think that the community, the Angels community, has really kind of surrounded him. They love him. You go to an Angel game this year. There's been a lot of Ohtani jerseys, but the majority are still the Mike Trout jerseys. The Gorham boys all have Trout jerseys.
That's right.
We don't have Ohtani jerseys. We got Trout jerseys, and a lot of if Southern California fans of baseball like him. Even if you're a Dodger fan, you gotta like Mike Trout.
You can have a lot of respect for what he does.
Yes.
Even if you're not a fan, you'll be like, you know what? I respect what he does. I respect what LeBron James does in his broken hand. Yeah. I respect that.
I like Justin Turner. I'm not a Dodger fan, but I still like Justin Turner. I respect him. I like him. I don't like Puig, but he's okay. I mean, he's a good player, but I still respect those guys. That makes sense.
All right, tomorrow on the show, Trent Rush from AM 830. He's going to join us live so we can break down what is going on with the Halos. They have a big game tonight in Seattle. The Mariners, you probably don't know this, but they're in first place ahead of the World Series champion Houston Astros. It's unbelievable what's going on up there.
Yeah, that's crazy. No one had thought that the Mariners were going to be worth a darn this year. They figured they were a couple years away with their minor league system. But yeah, that's a good story, but I don't know if they can hold on to it because Houston is so good, and the Angels are still very, very good offensively.
It's going to be a fun race to see how that unfolds in the American League West. So we'll have Trent Rush. We'll talk Shohei Ohtani. We'll talk Mike Trout. We'll talk about this big series going on with Seattle. Also, and something we didn't even get to, all of the big high school football storylines going into this next season. We've got a bunch that we're going to talk about. We had them ready for today, but we got on this LeBron James Golden State Warriors kick. So we'll circle back. We'll do it tomorrow because now the high school season is officially in the books. The All-Star game closed it. The CIF season is over. So now we can look ahead to this fall, and football will start early. Week 0 is August 17th. So scrimmages will be August 10th. So before you know it, it will be high school football season. So we will bring you all of the big storylines, things that we're going to be following all season long here on the Inland Sports Show. Right now, Mike Skog has his, what do they call him, a medicine ball tee. He's loosening up his voice, his vocal cords. He's sitting in a little booth in Lake Elsinore, getting ready to deliver for the people of the IE.
He and Chappy Chap. I wonder if they're buddies, though.
Seriously. They're homies?
Yeah, I wonder if they're homies.
Like you and I.
Friends. We're friends. We really are. We believe in a lot of the same stuff.
We do?
Most of the stuff. Yeah. But, I mean, we're friends. We're friendly. I mean, but I wonder if that's my...
Do they hang out? Do they go get snow cones together? Like, I mean, what's their deal?
I want to know. Those are the questions I want to know. I want to know what Skog looks like.
Like, does Skog say, hey, Chappie, let's go see Infinity War together.
Yeah.
Let's go share popcorn.
I wonder if they do. Those are the questions I want to know. I'd love to get those guys.
Or are they like Shaq and Kobe?
Just enemies. And they have to just put up with each other.
Andrew Chapman and, of course, the original OG, Mike Skog, Michael and Skog, on the call with Rancho Cucamonga Baseball. The Quakes on the road at Lake Elsinore. First pitch at 6 o'clock, but the pregame will start in just about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Get your favorite show. The Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 a.m.
I have a new, remember, bye!
If you don't say you love the Dodgers, you might not get into heaven.
You play ball like a girl!